All right. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to stream. Oh my god. Bro, I feel so bad. Welcome in, everybody. How are we doing today? What's the energy? What's the vibe? I feel so bad. I haven't streamed in so long. It's genuinely been weeks. Not weeks. It's genuinely been like a week, hasn't it? Like I only streamed Wednesday last week, so it's been over a week. I feel bad, bro. But hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome to stream. Welcome to joining me here today. How are we all doing today? Kind of stressed? What are we stressed about? I mean, same. I'm kind of like always stressed and always tired, and that's sort of like my general vibe that kind of happens all the time. Oh, is this chat not working again? Hang on. Come on. There we go. Oh, my hand foreshorten. How does it do that? I've been here for a year and a half-ish in my mind. Finally, she's back. I haven't been here for 5 millennia. It's been 3 bajillion years since I have been here. Chillin', designing OCs, get ready for art fight. Art fight comes around every year, and last year I joined for the first time, and I participated for like 2 days, and then didn't draw anything else. Because I feel, because art fight, I feel, is especially, like, it is an art exercise, but it is also for people to draw each other's OCs and to draw daily. It's like to help people draw daily. But when you already draw daily and like drawing is your job, you don't have time to do the drawing daily exercises. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I don't think I'm gonna do art fight again this year. Just like, because I don't think I got that kind of energy right now. But you know what I mean? Drawing jump scared you? Good. I got hands. It's true. I get to see my cats do laundry and draw, so I'm pretty good. That actually sounds like a wonderful day. You know, like that line in Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's like, in another life, I would have loved to have done laundry and taxes with you, or something like that. Genuinely, yeah. I love movies that like kind of like romanticize mundane life. Like, very much like Ghibli does, you know what I mean? I'm like, there is just something lovely and special about it, you know? I do not got that art fight dog in me, genuinely, me neither. I am like, dude, it sounds so terrible. I'm genuinely like, I'm drawing your OC for free? Like, I'll do it all the time, but I'm very like motivated in terms of like drawing stuff that isn't for like work, or that isn't for like fun. Like, if it is just for fun, the thing that motivates me is if I am like super interested in the other character. So it's like, or like what I'm doing. So like, I will do a lot of like artwork for like my DMs for like D&D and stuff, or it's like I will do like artwork of like my friends' characters in mind, and I'm like, because I'm invested in them, right? I'm like, I find I actually struggle a lot to draw other people's characters if there's no motivator for me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, for me, where it's art fight, I'm like, there being like a, like, oh, your team is gonna win in the end is weirdly not enough of a motivator for me. Like, I will very gladly draw my friends' characters when they are participating in art fight, but I draw my friends' characters all the time outside of art fight anyway. Hi, Quinn, welcome in. Get over here. That great movie had 4 VFX artists working on it. Did it really? I didn't know that. Art fight is a yearly thing that artists do. It's like a big event where like a bunch of artists will join, create accounts on the art fight website, and everybody is split into 2 teams, and you get points by drawing the characters and creatures of the other team's characters. So it's like, it is a big, like, just drawing trade event, essentially. And it is meant to promote, like, daily drawing and, like, meeting other artists and communication and that kind of thing. And it's, like, fun. It's, like, I love this event. I think that it's so wonderful. I struggle with art fight, personally. You know what I mean? like doing fan arts. I can have the creator of the OC scream at me. I see that one's also fun too, but I'm like, for me, I think like that isn't enough to sustain me, which is weird. I have like my own like motivators for doing art, and I guess like I have, because I've just been doing art for so long, I am like, I kind of know my groove, and I'm like, I know what I need to like draw daily and that kind of thing. I can scream at people without fan art real. I felt that. I just did a cool NPC for my DM. Hello, welcome in. Hello, Fontanian Waters. I just did before we get into it, I'll show you guys. I just did like 5 different headshots for my DM. I did them in one day, because I was procrastinating. But like, because we just got to a ball, and like he needed artwork of like the main sort of like important NPCs that were gonna be there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I drew like these 5 dudes. Well, they're not all dudes, but I drew like these 5 characters for like this ball as they were like showing up. I really loved. She turned out. I told my DM like, don't tell me who these guys are, just give me the descriptions. And it's like, okay. So this one turned out to be the prime. She's the prime minister of the city that we're in right now, the country. And then this is the main. This is our target essentially. I really loved drawing these two. I think she was my favorite. She's a lot of fun to draw, but 𝘰𝘪𝘯 never. I can't be doing that, bro. I cannot. Going band for band, but with art. Neat. Essentially. That's a fun way of putting it. Yes, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you look so cool. They are pretty cool. I haven't interacted with them yet, but I really want to interact with the Prime Minister. I think she seems like fun. Why did your DM make you draw all of those? He didn't make me draw all of them. I chose after he asked. Hello, Kay. 𝘰𝘪𝘯, the DM in question, for anybody who's wondering. So real from minimal skin rendering and then actually coloring the metal. Dude, I need to, metal, I cannot leave it under-rendered. Like, I will do, like, these are what I would consider, like, flats. Like, I'm gonna pull her back up. Like, this headshot, this is what I would, like, this is, like, flats for me. I am, like, but I cannot leave metal unrendered. Like, even if there was, like, a little bit of, like, shine on there, that wouldn't be enough for me. I'm like, I need this, because it doesn't feel, like, metallic enough for me, you know? You're procrastinating, write your paper? Write your paper! But yeah, because it doesn't look right if it's not rendered, you know what I mean? Like, it feels weird without it. So I'm like, every time, even if I'm doing, like, these flat headshots, like, it's like the other one, I have one for Glenn in here when I drew him as well. Like, I didn't leave the glasses unrendered. Like, I needed to bring up a little bit of that too, but it's like, otherwise he's like very like flat. But I'm like, I can't do it with metal. Do you want to draw Lady Melody's wife before next session finish the set? Yeah, sure, I could totally do that. Send me her description again and I'll do it. Yeah, it doesn't have the same vibe, you know what I mean? Yeah. Killing OC's hurts even if it makes the narrative peak. Dude, I hate killing my own character. Like, I refuse most of the time. I am the type where it's like, even in D&D, I'm like, I would much prefer if my characters didn't die. I've thought about, like, things where it's like, oh, if my character dies, this is how they're gonna get them back. Like, that's always my thought process. I'm like, you know what I mean? But yeah, send me the description, I'll draw her. I don't know if you could tell, but I actually hate killing characters. Dude, me too! That's real, though. An OC assassin, though, not me, bro. Hello. Welcome in, 𝘰𝘪𝘯𝘰𝘪𝘯. Your name is really cute. Oh, 𝘰𝘪𝑃ixel. That's also really cute. So how are we gonna get Cricket back? Cricket is not dead. Oh, Cricket is here. But they don't got long to live, but they are here. Name 5 NPC characters who have died in any of my campaigns. No, it's true. It's literally true. Like, I have also noticed, I'm like, you're not really, like, the killing off type. I am, like, which, frankly, like, true. 5 NPCs who have died in any of my campaigns. I'm, like, I could name, like, 2, maybe, if that. Like, you had, like, Aatro's father, who died, and Pierce's mother, but she was brought back. Like, she didn't even stay dead. I guess, oh god, what's her name? Hi, welcome in. I like to torment my OCs with face worse than death. That's it, Quinn. That's literally it, Quinn. Quinn is me. I like to torment my OCs with face worse than death. And sometimes I don't even write them, and I love it. Just means it'll be more impactful when it happens. I don't like that one. You know what I mean? I don't like that one. What was her name, dude? Mithrim. Mithrim ended up dying, quote unquote. Well, she met a fate worse than death, and then she died. It was like that was kind of her, but she was a villain. So like, I guess it makes sense. I guess the villain I mean, 𝘰𝘰𝘪𝘯 also died, but it was like he wanted to die. It was like a release for him. Hello, my love! Everybody perceives Scarecrow sketch my fiance. So I need to write it down for it to be real. Tummy hurt is a fate worse than death. You're literally right. Something possessed me to see if you had any more slow paint videos and you happen to be streaming at the same time. No, I don't. Well, one is coming out next Friday. Here, a little stream preview. The next slow paint video is going to be about lighting, for those who want to know. This one's going to be actually kind of long, so that one, maybe it'll help you for those of you who want to talk about lighting. There'll be 2 videos on that. There's going to be one on lighting and then a follow-up one on shading, just so like I don't overwhelm you in one big video. So it's like there's going to be 2, where one I focus on lighting and like color with lighting and how materials interact with it, and then the next one I'm gonna focus on like shadow and how to handle shadow and that kind of thing. So 𝘰𝘰𝘪𝘯. You spelled 𝘰𝘰𝘪 wrong. What the hell? Pulse effects, everybody, another friend of the channel. What is shading but on lighting? True. Working on a dice bag inspired by Princess Serenity from Sailor Moon. I love that for you. One foreshortening since I plan on practicing more perspective and stuff like proportions and stuff. True. Which I actually recommend if you're gonna start practicing foreshortening, which we're gonna talk about that today. But if you're gonna start practicing foreshortening, start with anatomy and then start with actual just normal perspective. It'll help to get, if you have both of those pieces, foreshortening becomes a lot easier because then you have the 2 pieces that are necessary for foreshortening, right? So keep that in mind as well. Hello, welcome in, Tiger Dragon. Drawing Porcelain Fish Lady today. Oh my god, have fun. Where can I find refs with Jesse's OCs? I want to doodle some of them. I literally keep on forgetting to post them in the Discord, but I can just show you images if you'd like. If anything, there's also that video that just released about my characters, if you want to look at that. But I'll put them up on screen for a couple seconds, each of them, for you, if you'd like, because I can do that. This is Corn, who's my Dragonborn. It's like, feel free to just take, like, screenshot and whatever. Hi, Frey, friend of the channel, one of my fellow D&D players, everybody. So this is Corn, my Dragonborn barbarian. This is the only, like, ref sheety one that you're gonna get. This is Cricket, who's my tiefling war cleric, the one I'm playing as right now. My poor baby. They are going through it so hard, bro. Like, Kay the other day, as right now our party is in, a ball, like, where we just got to, like a fancy ball, and Kay was like, do you want anything specifically out of the ball? And I was like, I told Kay, like, an idea that I kind of had, like, very vaguely, and I was like, a Cricket who is, like, I ended it off with, like, a Cricket who is famously known for being in situations. Let's put him in more. Let's put them in more situations. I feel like that's good for the character's mental health. This is Lonnie, or Etalon, my Warforged barbarian. Love her. She's very silly. I haven't played as her in a long time. Because, like, in the campaign right now, she is not with us. So, I have to, like... So, like, I haven't gotten to play as her in so long, and I miss her. Chat, what do we think? Do I start killing more NPCs? No! No! We do not kill more NPCs. I love the NPCs. No. Oh. Then who was the last? And then Neptune. This is Neptune, my baby girl. She's like different than the other D&D characters because she is like a Pokemon trainer, so she's just a human girl, but she has psychic abilities, but she is an electric psychic type trainer. Is like her main two. But she's my BB girl. She's my super muted, not very not very enthusiastic sounding character, but she's very sweet. She does her best, is what it is. Man, they're my children. Decided to try coding today. Could not be me. I hope you have fun. I've only seen Corrin's head, so I envisioned a little goober. I was not expecting him to be built like a semi-truck. He is a barbarian, so Corrin's stats, Corrin has a 25 strength, a 20 like cotton. So it's like he is in fact kind of built like a semi-truck, yeah. You know what I mean? I think I keep talking about unaliving and the sort, and YouTube chat is auto-censoring me. Half of my messages aren't showing up on your little chat thing. Really? That's so funny. Can you not just say killing? But that also makes sense. It's like YouTube does kind of auto-censor. That happens to Quinn all the time. Oh, that's why I started saying unalive. Oh. Yeah, it's a thing with YouTube and like YouTube videos. If you notice, it's like sometimes the YouTubers will like say a word, but like they won't write it. And it's because like YouTube will catch that, which is weird. Can't handle test killing? Strange. Why don't they want me to talk about killing? Well, I mean, they can right there. I am too much for YouTube. I cannot be contained. Don't know how to describe it, but she looks like she kicks rocks as she walks around. You know what? No, she wouldn't, but Tempo does. Like, if she's, like, on the back of Tempo, Tempo's a sub-striker. If she was on the back of Tempo, he would kick around rocks. Hello, welcome in. Okay, let's get into it, though. Because for those who don't know, we're going to be going over talking about foreshortening today. And foreshortening is tough for people, so I'm going to try and make it easier for you guys to kind of process and maybe make it a little bit easier, you know? Sometimes won't get caught to my third message or so. Oh, I see. Yeah, the more you say things, more likely to censor it. Maybe they're like killing, murder, crime, taxes. Maybe they're like trying to like catch you like in the act or something. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. Foreshortening, for those who don't know anything about foreshortening, don't know too much about that. Foreshortening is actually a really advanced principle. As long as 𝘏𝑰𝑑𝑠 lives. Bro! Hey! What about the rest of our story-specific NPCs? What the hell? Hey! Anyway. Foreshortening. Dude, it's just too fun to talk to YouTube chat. I'm like, it's so hard to stay on topic. Foreshortening, for those who don't know, it is a really, really advanced principle of, like... What if I say the opposite, huh? It's like, let's, as long as everybody but 𝘏𝑰𝑑𝑠 lives. Oh, man. I'm joking. I'm literally joking. I'm literally so fucking kidding. Foreshortening is one of the more difficult principles of drawing, of like art and whatnot, when it comes to human anatomy, or just anatomy in general. Foreshortening is a really, really exaggerated form of perspective. It is specifically when you stare down at specific parts of the body and they appear compressed because you are looking at them from an angle where like perspective affects specific parts of the body, right? So like the way that I drew this like doodle in the beginning, right? The arm coming towards you. This arm is foreshortened here, right? It's like the arm itself appears a little compressed because it is like you are looking straight down the barrel, as it were. You're looking down the forearm, so it appears a little more compressed, right? So foreshortening is that principle, right? It is you compressing certain parts of the body to create that in perspective look, which can be, you know, which can be a little bit tricky for people to process sometimes. When you put your phone camera above someone's forehead, yeah, for sure, that is actually foreshortening when you take the 0.5 selfies. And that can be tricky for people. There are several ways that people kind of break down foreshortening. One of them that is really popular amongst artists, like let's draw an arm really quickly. One of them that's really popular amongst artists is the spiraling method. So like say if you like took the, there's a different brush. Say if you took like the shoulder of somebody, right, and you want to draw the hand coming towards you, it's like, we'll just do another hand. Say that the hand is kind of reaching out here. So you start with like the base of the shoulder, and then maybe the hand is kind of coming towards here. What some artists will do is they will do something. Hi, Cryo! Cryo, everybody! Friend of the channel, one of the other D&D players of our party. Also my DM. Lonnie's DM. So they will take this base and they will take this hand and they will almost create like a spiral like this, connecting the two. And what this does is by using the spiral, it assists with finding the like curves of the arm that would connect to the hand. And this one really helps. However, it's not great if you don't know too much about the actual anatomy of the arm, because what the spiral does is it kind of gives you the curves, but it doesn't give you like the actual like anatomy of the arm itself. Like it misses a lot of that musculature and a lot of the bends of the arm itself. So it's like, oh, Quinn, thank you for the $1. What did that say? No! Why is Streamlabs not logged in? Oh no, hang on, I didn't see what that said. Yes, Streamlabs. Oh no, bruh. Hold on, literally hold the phone, literally hold on. Literally, everybody shut up for a second, hang on. Oh wow, it doesn't tell me. Quinn, what did that say? It won't tell me. Oh, it just said $1? Okay, great. $1. $1. Thank you for the $1, Quinn. I appreciate you. $1. Why is it not catching up to me? I'm just gonna make my... I'm gonna make my thing bigger so I can read it. No! Stop! It's like the Kibi scream, you know, fair enough. But yeah, right, it's like it doesn't catch, like, the form of the deltoid here. It doesn't catch the form of the bicep here. It doesn't catch the, like, olecranon that might be showing up. It doesn't catch the forearm muscle, right? It's like, it doesn't catch any of that, right, when you are doing this spiral method. So it's like, yeah, it works. This works fantastic, especially if they're wearing clothes. Like, if you were to draw, like, that arm in, so, like, really messy doodles, but, like, if you were to, like, draw that arm in, draw on the hand, and you understood that, like, this was going to be covered by, like, some kind of, like, sleeve. Like, you draw in those curves, and then you go, oh, okay. Okay, thank you for the $1. I still can't read that. Oh, I hate my life. I don't know what it said. Streamlabs isn't working. It's not showing me anything. $1 a day keeps the doctors away, does it? I don't think that's how that works. Oh, it's a $2 electric boogaloo, thank you. Thank you for the donut, okay. Why is it not working? Hang on. We're gonna make the alert bigger. Just so, like... So, like, I can see it. This is so large on the screen, but it's just for now, so I can actually read it. $1 a day gets you into the office. You know. We do have a Discord server, !Discord, if you want to join in there. My unemployed dollars are worth more. They are worth more! Save your money! But yeah, so it's like, we have these curves here, they're existing, so we're like, oh, so we know how the edge of the sleeve should line up with the arm. We know how to, like, add folds to that, right? And it's so that they wrap around the arm there, right? So this, like, spiral method is fantastic, especially if you're going to be covered by clothes. It's not, like, as, you know... it makes it a lot easier to draw that, right, if you were to use this spiral method. And the spirals also work with the rest of the body as well. It's like, again, it's like, say you want to do, like, somebody kind of looking upwards here. Got their neck sort of stuck there. If you draw that, usually the upper torso, it's like the two shapes that I usually give people, or the forms that I usually give people, either like a flask shape or like an egg, almost, for the rib cage. But let's use the flask for now, just to make this demonstration a little easier. It's like, say we have like the top of the shoulders here, and then we know that like our hips are gonna kind of end off here. We can also use the spiral to sort of bring this down here. And we can also use that to kind of foreshorten the body, right? So that's another way that you could do it too. Like using the spirals is like one way that you could foreshorten, and it is a quick sort of method. It just isn't super accurate anatomically. It requires you to have a lot of anatomical knowledge, and frankly, a lot of foreshortening does. Foreshortening, like, requires you to know a lot about anatomy, requires you to know a lot about perspective, and be able to, like, visually, you know, get that sort of reference. Visually understand where things are going and how they're not working so well. But I'll skip ahead, because the method that I was taught in university is like, when you are foreshortening, my professor, he said, it's like, you know what foreshortening is? Foreshortening is stacking shapes. Right, is what he told me. He's like, it's stacking shapes. And we're like, Prof, what do you mean by stacking shapes? And well, the answer is, let's say that you broke down the human figure. Have you ever seen those little, like, wooden dolls? Like, the wooden, like, anatomy dolls that you can see in, like, art stores that, like, suck ass. Like, they're actually horrible. You don't use them because they're, they're horrible. But, like, have you ever seen those, like, wooden dolls where it's, like, you know, they kind of built like this. And they have, like, the midsection here. And that torso bit. And then they usually have like that going on. And they might have for the hands down here. And then it's like they have like different sections for, oops. They have different sections for like the legs here. Knees. And then the rest of the leg down here. Like this. Alright, and it sort of looks like that, right? It's like you gotta sort of have like dolls that look like that. Did you now? Okay, let's take a look. Oh, wow. I really enjoy that third one. That third one is a good time. Recently gave mine away because it was so, I still have one. I have a couple, but they're more like decoration than anything. I have one where like I made it a little scarf and I named it Patricia. I don't use it ever. It's just there. It's more like bedroom decoration. But imagine the body like this, right? Things out my dreams because of how not useful they are. True. But imagine we have the body broken down like this, right? And we can see the different parts that the body is sort of broken down into. If we imagine, because this is very much the opposite of what you were taught to do, right? Is like a lot of the times, especially in like a recent video that I made, right? Where it's like, oh, like when you are drawing something you want to observe, right? It's like you want to break down the 3D form. It's like you want to understand the 3D form that is going on from other angles. Foreshortening is weird because you need to understand the form, but you're also kind of thinking without it as well when you are stacking shapes. So let's take this arm here really quickly. If we take these shapes, right? We take or not the shapes, but we take the different sections. So there's one for the shoulder, one for the upper arm. We'll say that there's just one for the forearm, then one for the hand, right? If we stack these shapes, right? We start off with kind of like that general shape that the deltoid makes. And then we have the general shape that the forearm makes, or the upper arm. And then we have the general shape that the forearm makes. And then we have the hand. Right? And this is weird because it is sort of envisioning the shapes or like the two-dimensional outlines that each of those sections of the body create, right? This one is nice because what it does is it like teaches you kind of like where this overlapping section is. So that overlapping section, what you can do is you can use that to sort of give you an idea of like where the curves of the body are. Not only that, but it also sort of just tells you
like what each section of the body will be in that way. And this is a little more specific in the way that it does outline and highlight different, like, what do you call it? Different muscles of the body by comparison to the spiral, which is like a little weaker in terms of doing that. This method does allow you to be like, oh, this is where this muscle goes. This is where this muscle goes. So let's do it again with the torso. This time I will be using the egg shape because that is more accurate than the flask. Let's say we've kind of got this guy sort of going on here, right? We'll have the neck. It's kind of working through here. Let's say now we use a rib cage shape instead. So we kind of understand that the rib cage sort of form looks something like this. Is sort of like that upper torso. And then maybe we draw in, it's like we draw in that section for the stomach. And then we can draw in another section for the pelvis, if necessary. We have set for upper arms. Something for the forearm, then the hands, right? And it's like this one. Laser Medicants, thank you. I call him Mr. Not Quite a Stick Man. But what this sort of does is, again, it helps sort of outline the muscles that are pre-existing there. Make sure that nothing is really left out. And it's like almost by treating each section as a shape, you are like almost simplifying the form in an odd way. Do you know what I mean? It's not like the easiest. It does look like it has to be. It's not the easiest method. It is like one that kind of just helps you visualize it in a more like. If you've ever been to like a scientific place, or if you ever, for those, may it rest in peace. There's like the Ontario Science Center, where like what they had was like the cadaver that was cut up into like little like clear sheets like this, and it's like they start up at the top of the head, and it's like you kind of move through the body like that. You know what? If you've ever seen one of those in like a scientific building or whatever, right? And that's like this. That's essentially what's happening here. Is you are almost cutting up that body into those like clear film sheets, right? So my dad. Oh, okay. But yeah, and so this is like one way to sort of do it. This one, but again, very similar to the like spiral method, this also requires you to be able to like do one of these off the top of your head and like be able to understand what sections of the body to cut up, right? Yeah, like the cross-section diagrams, that's it. That's what it's called. So it's like, let's take... Unironically, Drew, I actually might take one of these. So let's take this reference that I was actually just sent, and we will use that as an example. So if we were to take this guy, and if we were to do this sort of like see-through shape method, right? It's like if we were to take these legs here, it's like the shape that we would cut out, it's like we'd start with this kind of like thigh piece, and then we would have the calf piece that's going on here, fascinatingly. And then we would have the piece, we could break up the shoe into two if we wanted to. It's like we could have the sort of back of the foot and then the front of the foot, which is like kind of cut off by the image itself, right? And then we could do the back leg here as well. It's like we have one sort of piece for the thigh, one for the calf, and two for the foot back here, right? And again, what this does is it helps us identify the curve of the leg and the muscle and the different curves of the foot too, right? This is such a funny image, but You know, so it's all that kind of like similar. What about the One Piece? I guess it's real. Big step indeed. But yeah, and like it's sort of difficult to explain, but that's kind of how you do it. It's stacking shapes. It's sort of understanding each section of the body and how it stacks onto one another. And you find the silhouette of each of those sections of the body, and you stack them together like pancakes. A little confused on what this pose would look like without foreshortening. It would be like... arms are crossed. Pretend that... Oh my god. His arms are crossed like this, and then it's just... with the feet pointing inwards. Is what it is. That's all he's doing. It's just the camera is just like here. That's all it is. That's what the pose is. It just looks really dramatic because of where the camera is placed. Alright, hopefully that makes sense, kind of. Foreshortening is a weird one because, realistically, it is already a really complicated principle, and it's like I can simplify it as much as I can, but it is one of those things that's like, it's not gonna be easy because there's so much prerequisite knowledge that you need. So, it's like I said earlier, it is, I recommend, like, if you are gonna get into foreshortening, study anatomy and study perspective first, because those can be simplified a lot easier first. Foreshortening you did in college is so difficult. I started to properly practice foreshortening in high school, and it was like after I had done perspective a little bit. I think I only got good at it in college, though, like first year college. Foreshortening is easy if you do it a lot. Foreshortening is easy if you do it a lot correctly. Yeah, you can simplify the explanation of it however you want. It'll still be very confusing at first, yeah. It was like, when I first learned about the stacking shapes method, that's all that the professor said. He's like, it's just stacking shapes. And I was like, whoa. And then everything clicked. Anything is easy if you do it a lot. That's also true. But yeah, we're gonna do a foreshortened piece today. It's not gonna be too crazy, because I don't have the energy for that right now. So we're gonna do something a little simpler. I feel like it. Impossible to guess who I'm going to be drawing today. Big thing close, far thing small. True. And that's if you do very intense foreshortening, because sometimes there is very casual, simple foreshortening as well, which is like the more often foreshortening that you're going to get. See, I was like, Lonnie is good. I feel like whenever people do like foreshortened characters, the character is always skinny. It's always like, oh, I'm gonna teach you guys how to do foreshortening, and it's the same two ideal body types. And I'm like, I feel like we don't get to see other body types in in different angles, you know what I mean? Also, auto-translate translated Lonnie to heaven, so that's interesting. Cricket, no way. Now I have to choose the angle. I was like, oh, I'll do top down. I'm like, I always do top down. But if I do from the bottom up, YouTube might get me. But that would be so fun, though. Hello. No. That is like the opposite of cricket. Help me. Sorry, this room is very hot. Yeah. It is very warm today. And it does not spark joy. I dislike the heat. Cricket is not a dominant person. like a lol. That's sexualized if it's a natural body type. Yes, but it's the proportioning, which is it's unfortunately the real is it's the climate of YouTube. Do a bottom up and draw faster than TOS can find you. My 𝘥𝘪𝘴𝘰𝘪𝘯 or whatever his name is can be monetized. I'm sure you'll be fine. You're right. He goes to school on Saturdays? I mean, you're here. Or speedrun with Jesse. That's me every week, bro. Bottom of Trump hasn't. That 𝘴𝘰𝘪𝘯 is so funny. Wait, hang on. There was a pose that I found. I remember my Saturday school days. This is better. I never went to school on Saturday. I never did that. There was a pose that I found, or not that I found, but I was sent and I found. And I had it saved because I did want to draw a cricket in the pose. If I can find it again. I will just have it off to the side. Literal high schoolers go to school on Saturday on the regular. Why? Like, is it just to hang out at the building? Is it like what's the point? Okay, I found it. I'll just have it off to the side. I might do a couple poses. Who is it that said it? It's like sketch all your characters in different poses. Yeah, I might actually do that. It's like just draw different characters in different poses. Just cause like that's also good because then what I can do is I can do different types of foreshortening. It's like I can do more casual foreshortening, which is arguably more complicated, but it is what you will do more. And then I'll do some more exaggerated stuff. When I first saw Lottie with no context who she was, straight up thought she was one of those drawing mannequins. Well, you're really close. She is a doll. Da, da, da. Don't mind me setting up reference off to the side really quickly. I'll just put it over on here. And cover up my own face. It's not as important. See, I can't actually have my references open on screen because some of them are nude, so it's like I can't. Like, I can't show them on stream. Yeah, I love references! And remember, everybody, characters with the weirdest anatomy get the fun poses. Like Corn and Lonnie. I feel like, yeah, Lonnie will be interesting to foreshorten because it's like foreshortening her. It's like she looks more normal foreshortened. YouTube's so boring, true. But yeah. Yeah, we'll do a few poses. We'll do 4. Just, haha, 4 shortened poses. Anyway. We'll do 4 different poses. Means I'm probably gonna have them be less clean as a result, but that's fine. I was either gonna do 1 that was like lined and like lightly shaded, but I'm like, I'll do 4 that are like clean sketched with light shading. It's like, that'll probably be easier. And remember, folks, poses, you cannot copyright a pose. So referencing poses, that's not stealing. You cannot, if poses could be copyrighted and kept, then you know that some billionaire would have made it so you had to pay to sit years ago. Hello, happy Pride, everybody! Happy Pride! Happy Pride, you are visible, you are loved, you are perceived, in fact, you cannot escape my gaze. You will not escape. when these poses are copyrighted, some people, like, are very weird about, like, it's like, don't copy the poses that I draw. It's like, you cannot keep a pose. Like, that's not, like, a thing that you can do. You know what I mean? Medusa core. Be gay. I cannot recommend that you do crime, but I'm also not your mother. It's Pride Month. You can't escape the gays. You're correct, and thus you are on my channel. See, I actually also find, like, characters with more curves are easier to foreshorten. You have so many anchors. When the post's so iconic, you gotta gatekeep. No, truly, and it's so boring. I'm like, stop it. If someone likes my art so much to reference it for their own stuff, I'd be honored. Really? Truly? Yeah. I am like, it's one thing if you are tracing the artwork, like, maybe you don't do that, like, but, like, directly tracing it, but, like, and, like, claiming it as, like, a thing, but it is, like, to just reference the pose, like, who cares, man? Transgenre, truly. Yeah, I find curvy characters are so much easier to foreshorten because of just the sheer amount of, like, landmarks that you can use. There's so many, because of the folds and, like, the creases of the skin, it is, like, so much easier to reference the body this way, you know? Just a compose outline is used. That is also okay as long as you're not tracing the whole art. It is different when you are referencing and tracing a pose versus the art itself, which is strange. Like, you shouldn't be tracing the art. Like, that's weird, but you know what I mean. You show them cricket ball off it. I literally can. I could also just draw them in the outfit right now. But yeah, cricket, fancy cricket, bro. Fancy cricket is real, guys. Oh, and then you know what? Because now that it's revealed, I can show you the sheer amount of iterations that this has. So cricket went to we went to a ball. We're at a ball right now. The party's at a ball. We got fancy characters going on right now. So we have fancy cricket. Because I have free will, and the sheer amount of tests that I did for this is upsetting. Like I don't think, because I was so indecisive, which is really funny because I'm like, I had this idea from the start, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that though. Let's do a bunch of different iterations, and I did like over 20 of them, and I didn't like any of them, and then I was like, you know what? I think I am just gonna go with my original idea. Yeah, this file, yeah, this file is so big, dude. Yeah, so there were, like, several different iterations of the actual dress itself. It's a thing where I was like, I started with something, and I was like, that's gonna be too revealing, and then I did this one, and I was like, it's like, it's fine, it's gonna be, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it, though, so I'm like, I was like, I feel like this one, I'm like, I could do more with it, maybe, but I liked this one, I'm like, the simple silhouette, but in my brain, I'm like, I don't love simple all the time. I'm like, I want to do more with it. I'm like, I'm pulling my shit back. I'm like, I can't have that. So then I was like, I tried this one, which I also liked this one, but there was a lot of drapery. I didn't know if I loved it as much. This one was fine. It's like, I had like the halter sort of like deep neckline idea, and then I was like, I'm like, I realized I kind of like a high neckline on them, but I still tried others. I had this more ball gowny one, but I was like, boring. Not boring in the sense of like there's not a lot going on, but boring in the sense of like, yeah, they're going to a ball. Like ball gown feels a bit much, you know? It is 2 pairs of horns. Yeah, I'll show you in a second. I had this one because I saw this one dress that somebody had, and I'm like, the form sculpting, but I didn't love the lack of neck. And then I tried this one, and I was like, because I own this dress. This is a dress I actively own. It's just in green. And I was like, I'm like, see, this back is really nice, but I'm like, I like a high neckline, so I kept the back. I tried it with like a little keyhole, and then I was like, And and then I did one more. And I was kind of back to where I started. I was like, I took this one, I just changed the back of it, and I was like, yeah, this is the one. Where I'm like, I think that's the silhouette that I wanted. I know I had it on the second go, but I'm like, alright, let's try again. So then I went to color, and I had 3 color ideas to start. It was like black or red or brown, or like the 3. I'm probably not gonna stray from that. So then I started like, I wanted to keep it simple, but I was like, I want to give it something. So I'm like, I started with like the boob window. They don't have boobs, but they started with like that window. And I was like, I kind of like this idea, but I was like, I don't know how I feel about it right now, so let's keep going. I had this one where I was like, I started to play off of like insects, so I'm like, maybe there's just like a light. You know when like you have like a dress and it's like one fabric and then there's like the flocking on top of the fabric, so it's like this like velvet sections, like that was sort of the idea. So I was like, why not like insect wings that are like a pattern on here? And then I tried an insect wing window on the front as well, and I'm like, I kind of like that, you know? I tried this one with centipedes. I thought that that would be kind of sick. I'm like, this is like kind of edgy, and I'm like, I liked it, but I was like, this is more something I would wear. I'm like, with the centipede print, I was like, I liked it, but I'm like, let's keep going. And then I went to like something cathedral-y, and I was like, okay, now I think we're getting somewhere. I'm like, let's move off of the insects. Let's go into like something more gothic. So I tried with this like cathedral-y thing at the bottom here, and then I tried something cathedral-y on the window of the dress and on the bottom. And then I had been going back and forth with Kay for a little bit, and I was like, and then so then I had this version, and I was like, I pulled the window down, I made it deeper, and like had more cathedral-y bits there, and I was like, okay, I really like this, so I'm gonna try one more where I had the cathedral-y bits on the bottom be a little more subtle. And I asked Kay, I was like, which one do you think? I'm like, with the bottom or without? And Kay was like, without. It's a little classier. I was like, okay. So then I tried the 3 colors that I had thought of. It was like either red or black or brown. And I was like, I'm not gonna go with the black, am I? I'm like, I feel like, I like the black a lot, but I'm like, maybe the other colors work best? And Kay was like, no, the black is the best one. I'm like, you're right. So we just kept the black, and I ad-libbed the jewelry. I kind of just found I started looking up a bunch of like gothic jewelry to kind of match this patterning that I had done for the front window. To which I got this inspiration for this patterning from a ring that I had found. I can't remember where. But like I kind of matched some of this like patterning to here. It's like the top section right here I just used for the end bits here as well. It's like keeping that like heart sort of shape and these like little like triangle bits, like the arrow sort of looking sections, and like kept that. And then I went with the Quebec, like, symbol, almost, going off of that, and some chains and whatever, and I was like, I ad-libbed it and called it a day. These heels, I just found a pair off of Pinterest, and I was like, yeah, good enough. Like, we'll go with that, you know? But just the sheer amount... Dude, like, he's had so many iterations, and for what? You know what I mean? It's okay. It was fun. Thank you. Yeah, I had fun designing it. It took a while, but I had it ready like 2 or 3 weeks before the session actually went out. Cricket is French Canadian. I would never do that to them. Makes you think of Silk Song? Fair enough. I've never played Silk Song. I've watched my friends play though. It sounds like Nemesis chasing you down the hall. You're crazy. I'm buying all of those dresses to decide which one they like the most. Cricket would never do that to the Glyn Fund. An NPC provided the money for us to buy our outfits because we were doing a mission for them. And he was like, we've just been calling it the Glyn Fund. Because his name is Glyn. You know? You're like, oh yeah, the ambiguous Glyn Fund. I want to try digitally. I don't want to tab out a stream. Fuck it, we doing traditional. I kind of forget sometimes that not everybody has multiple monitors. You know what I mean? You just see the art in its full screen beauty. Oh, I see, okay. I'm like deciding how I want this other arm. I'm like, for me, I'm like the type where like I don't really... Yeah, fair enough. Some people have multiple screens for their laptops, like really extra people, but they do. It's not full screen because you have the chat up. No, I get you. I get you. I know what you're talking about. I'm like deciding how I want the arms to go. So I am like, I have to like think about it. Oh, I got new music. There should be. You might have been hearing different tracks than normal as the stream has been going. I got new music. There's still obviously the same amount of music, but I got like 20 more tracks from a different artist, so they're linked in the description. Should you drop pigeons or OCs? Why don't you make your OCs into pigeons? No. Yeah, we love traditional. Your banner on your carrot channel has the cutest characters ever. Thank you! They are my fiance and I's characters. So some of them are mine and some of them are his. I've actually been meaning to change that banner, but it's just so I can make it more YouTube specific, because I kind of just grabbed art that was lying around. For those who don't know, probably hasn't hit my paper and applied to a job. Well, you know what? That's also a good use of your time, I think. For those who do not know what my channel banner is and don't feel like going over there, it's this. So it's just my my fiance and I's characters, like the different duos that we have in each campaign. So there's Corn and Pierce. Corn is mine. Pierce is Corn is mine. Pierce is my fiance's character. Pierce is Corn's dad. We have Lonnie and Selik, Ethelon and Selik, and then we have Cricket and Takan. Which are the funny guys. Funny, silly guys. Yeah. Fun fact, Cricket was originally going to be another Ace character of mine. Cricket was originally going to be completely Ace. That was the original idea. So now my only completely Ace character is Neptune. That's hilarious. Yeah. That's extra funny for the other players, I think. Like, knowing that Cricket was supposed to be Ace. Like... When drawing arms foreshortened... Boy, that took a turn, no, truly. Hello, welcome in. One thing to note as you are drawing foreshortened arms, just make sure you are always keeping track of where the elbow is. Because your elbow will move positions a lot. The elbow is a is a very fickle thing. So if you ever... Oh, sorry, hit my mic. If you ever are like, oh, I'm drawing this arm, depending on where your hand goes, you will need to check where the elbow goes to. So I recommend that you actually do the pose yourself to really check. Cricket was supposed to be Ace and then Takan existed. Takan existed for 7 sessions and then I was like, guys, wouldn't it be funny? Elbows are difficult to figure out, yeah. The symmetric aspects of Corrin came from his mother? No, actually. I mean, I guess so. But I also designed Cricket's mother. They're also very thin. I guess thin, quote unquote. They don't really have a body type. How do you have a body type when you have over 9 forms? What? How do you... There isn't really... Well, I mean... Well, that's the idea, is that their original form is kind of like an unknowable thing. How do you... Because Kingsley's very thin. Kingsley's a twink. Like when I designed Lee. DMs, is this accurate? Let's take a look. Yeah. Yeah. What kind of question is this? That's so funny. Nine? Love a Lovecraftian body horror type. True. Still remember the day I got 2 completely different independent DMs from both of you and Crow saying, "Look at the D&D for my new campaign to tell Jester Crow." That's so funny. And OC, it's a shapeshifter. It doesn't really have an actual true form, so he kind of just made a form he likes the most for it to be his main one. Real. For those who don't know, Cricket is the child of a human man and an archfiend. So they are like half human, half actual demon. So they are like, they got like demon bits and stuff. That's why they got 10 eyes. Yeah, this kind of more subtle foreshortening, I like, arguably is more complicated than, like, stylized foreshortening, because when you stylize it, you can get away with a lot, right? It's like, stylized foreshortening, you get a lot of, like, you can mess with it because it is so, like, funky, but, like, with more subtle foreshortening like this, like, you have to be a little more anatomically correct. So you don't have, like, this stylization and the, over-exaggeration to fall back on. But this is also the type of foreshortening that you're probably going to do more. So it is... Like, my biggest piece of advice for people who are like, oh, it's like I kind of struggle with poses. I don't know how to make my poses feel more interesting. Frankly, the best poses all have foreshortening in it. Like, I'm being so dead serious. Like, the best, like, poses all have a little bit of foreshortening in it. Because, realistically, the majority of poses and, like, natural posing that you're going to see is going to have a little bit of foreshortening. And that isn't to say it's, like, all, like, the limbs are going to be going in crazy positions and stuff. It's like, no. Like, what it's most likely going to be is it's, like, they're going to be sitting, like, in a pose like this, and it's, like, they'll be, like, sitting forward, so there's a little bit of foreshortening to the torso. And then, like, they'll be leaned forward like this. Maybe. The arms are crossed, kind of. And then it's like one knee is here and another knee is pointing towards you, so this thigh is foreshortened. Right? It's like stuff like this, right? It's like, this is such a minor bit of foreshortening, but this looks so much better than, like, you just having somebody sitting perfectly from the side, so you don't have to foreshorten anything. You know what I mean? Because this is a lot of, like, just straight kind of lines. It's like, this feels more fluid, right? It's like the best sort of, like, fluid, natural poses are gonna have at least a tiny bit of foreshortening in it, you know? I can look at the body and visualize layered shapes. This is so helpful. Yeah! Yeah, layering shapes. Shapes. Oh yeah. But yeah, you see what I mean? But also by like plus size characters, like bodies that are like chubby, like these like the amount of just like, what do you call it? Like folds and like anchor points that you have just to be able to do these kinds of poses. It's so good. It's so much easier. Like it really allows for like exaggeration and whatnot, like so much easier. Because it's like there are so many like, it's almost like ribbing. It's like you have like different layers of body to work off of. It makes it so much easier. Catch up on the Witch Hat manga and then I'm gonna do my paper. Good luck! Have a good time! Try Cricket's ear foreshorten is gonna be the end of me. It's not that hard. If you think of it, all that Cricket's ear is, it's like a Pringles chip. It's like this. Cricket's ear is very much the shape of like a goat's ear. So it's very similar to that. If you imagine like a Pringles chip. Kind of like cut in half. So it's like, if I was to do that again. Like this. Then the back side here. It comes up. It's curved like this. Right? That's all that it is. It's like, it's just a little, it's like it's curved a little more towards us. And you have like the folds of the ear in there. So like, if you have it like kind of facing forwards and to the side, it's just like you've got the canal in there. You can also just look at goat ears. It's a similar sort of form. Hyperbolic paraboloid. Those are certainly some words. She's been drawing fast for a long time. That's true. Plus size bodies physically have the lines you have to otherwise imagine. Correct! That's literally true. It's so fun. Like, it's so fun to draw chubby bodies, dude. Like, I love drawing, like, bodies like this. It's just so much fun. If you ever feel insecure about your body, just know there is an artist out there who is like, thank fucking God you exist. That's what the Pringles shape is called? Ew! Interesting. You know what? It is a saddle too. I want to start a YouTube channel. I was wondering what is the best way to start. Do I need a drawing tablet? The best way to start is to start. Genuinely. And you don't necessarily need a drawing tablet, but I will recommend that you get one because it's better for your wrist. What you need is a recording software. And OBS is free, so. If you're ever wondering how Cricket's tail attaches, it's like a diamond shape on the back. It kind of goes between each butt cheek and kind of goes up the side of their back. It goes up to around the middle of their back is where it ends off. You speak digital art with a laptop mouse. My first ever tablet that I got, my father gave it to me. The tablet was older than me. The software for it no longer existed, so I had no pen pressure. Hello. My laptop's charging port had been ripped out of the laptop itself, so I had to hold it at a very specific angle in the corner of my room, and it also could not hold a charge anymore, so it had to stay plugged in all the time. So I had to, like, hunch over in the corner of my room and draw on a version of Photoshop that also no longer existed. From a disk. So. Yeah, get a simple screenless tablet really cheap. Save your hands. I'm just imagining a tail that goes all the way up the back. No, God. That's no longer a tail. You know what you are? You're a fish. If you think about it, if you're a person and, like, you have this going on and just a tail that's just all the way up the back like this, you're a fish, dude. That's just a fish. this what the Zora are? Bruh? What? Motherfucker's just a sunfish, bro. You ever seen a sunfish? An ocean sunfish? A 𝘥𝘪𝘴𝘰𝘪𝘯? That's what that's what's happening here. You just fit. Yeah, it's the Zora. It's Breath of the Wild Zora. How long have I been drawing? I started drawing when my mother gave birth to me. I had a pencil in hand. My first words were, "Mother, a Kensen sketchbook stat, please." And I was handed the pen. I was handed a pack of Winsor & Newton watercolors and a set of Faber-Castell liners that I've been drawing my whole life. I've been drawing for as long as I can remember. I don't remember not being able to draw. Is my to give you an idea of how long I've been drawing for. I have been drawing longer than I can remember. Roll from behind. I don't remember how to draw roll. He's naked. I don't remember how to draw his armor, so he's naked. Wow. I don't remember how to draw Roll. Drawing longer than I've been alive. Yeah, I was drawing as a figment of the imagination. Figure that one out. First art made with the blood of the umbilical cord using the scalpel as the ink pen. That's hard! Dude, that's hard! That's tough! My funniest joke character. Dude, I love Raoul. So good, dude. That fun fact, Corn was also meant to be a joke character. Those who don't know. See, here's the problem with Cricket having a tail, is that it's like I did this whole hand, it's gonna get covered up now. It's like this arm, gone, because the tail covers it up. Can I draw the tail in a way where... Raoul appears! I'm the fish! Hang on. Bars. Wait, what did I say? I literally forget what I said. Hang on. I'm like, I don't want to cover up the butt. I don't want to cover up the arm. This is the problem with having a character with a big ass tail. But I like big ass tails. I like them more than small tails. Here's what we do: is we change the pose. The answer is we change the pose a little. Tails thick as the thighs! Yeah! Yeah! Yes! Yes! I love thick tails, bro. I've always loved thick tails. You know fucking Wings of Fire? I always liked Tsunami's tail the best. The big, thick, powerful tail. I'm like, it's the best one! Make it down close to the POV, but then that covers up the butt. Yeah, I mean... The chances of Raoul appearing is slim, but never zero. That's so good. Coming towards us would be a little... Yeah, I was thinking, like... It's like, maybe it does, like... One of these. Curves around and back. Pigeons are so fun to draw, dude. I love drawing... Dude, pigeon... Pigeon. For real, bro. I love drawing a pigeon. It's a good time. Okay, okay, wait, I need to show you guys. Okay, there was a pigeon bag that I thought, dude, I want it so bad. I think it, like, just released, dude. Frey, Atrocity in chat, sent it to me. I was so, like, genuinely, I wanted this bag so bad. Genuinely, so unironically, I want this bag so bad. Dude, look at this bag, bro. Look at... are you kidding me? Dude. I need this bag. I need this bag. I need this bag. I need this bag. Guys, my birthday is coming up. Does somebody want to buy me this bag? I'm literally kidding. But, like, no, it's so cute. Dude. Oh my god. It's coming this Saturday, and it's Saturday, guys. It's Saturday. Dude. And it's available for pre-order. Dude! Oh! Are we kidding? Guys, my birthday is in 7 days. Please. There's somebody... I'm literally so fucking kidding. Dude! It's so Ship November 2026. I can wait! I can literally wait. Oh my god. Ah! Bootleg, thank you for the $20. Get the bag. Maybe another day. Dude, it's so good, dude. Awesome to put in a character design. It's so good, dude. I love this bag. They have this one, and then they have a version that's also an American woodcock. Are you kidding? Dude, I love the American woodcock. Do you know what this bird is? Beep. You know what I mean? Have you seen that bird? Beep. Get her the bag. Get me the bag. It's 65 It's 65 freedom units. Minus shipping, plus shipping and handling. I guess I don't know what shipping is. I'm Canadian, so it's gonna be like another like $20 or something. Dude, have you seen an American woodcock before? Everybody look up the American woodcock right now. If you haven't seen it, yes you have. It's the little bird that goes meep, meep. They show up to New York once a year. And this year they had an American woodcock watching as they arrived in the parks. Yeah, 100 cat at least. Yeah, genuinely. Dude, bro. Look at this bag! The wing is a pocket! Guys, I didn't even notice that the wing is a pocket. Dude! I don't want to DIY it. I want to support the artist. Woodcock, yeah, woodcocks are so funny. Hang on, we're gonna look up the American woodcock really quickly. We're gonna do the smart thing and look it up off to the side. Hang on. American woodcock. Beep. Look at bro. Beep. He's so good. He's so funny. Disastrous time to be broke. And he'd love that bag. Dude, I can't stop thinking about it. Beep. It's such a funny little bag. Oh my god. I also should not be buying things so close to my birthday, is the problem. I do not know what gifts people will be getting me. Dude, I love this. I love this little freak so much. They show up to New York and they hang around the parks for a little while. Beep. He does look like a Pokemon. Dude. American woodcock. Incredible bird. Roadrunner's cousin. Beep. Meep. Yes. Yes, yes. I should draw. That's what we're here for. Live for birds. Frey has also provided me with this past Christmas. Frey got me this bag. They got me a bag in the shape of a salmon. I also love this bag so much. It's a here. The salmon crossbody. This bag is also incredible. The salmon bag is fantastic. Yes, because it opens up and it has the salmon patterning on the inside. This is like when I don't need to carry around a lot and I know I'm gonna be walking a lot, and it is I just need to carry essentials. This is the bag that I wear. I am my tote bag is if I am I need to carry a bunch of stuff, but I'm this is so good. I go to the doctor's office and I wear this all the time. I love this bag so much. The salmon crossbody. The other day when I did plein air with the other tattoo apprentice and my mentor. We went out to a public park and we went to go draw, and I was I'm not gonna carry my big ass backpack with me, so I just took the salmon crossbody and I had my little sketchbook and shit in there. Dude, so good. The woodcock or pigeon, though. I prefer the pigeon. I do love the pigeon. I love a pigeon. Especially as a Toronto native, I'm like, we got a lot of pigeons. Foreshortened hair shapes. Oh, now here's the problem. I kind of just vibes it. This one, I just kind of go off of vibes. I'm like, yeah, it looks right. Yeah, unfortunately for Cricket, I know what their hair looks like if done realistically, because I've painted it a couple times, but like in terms of like actually like what do the shapes look like foreshortened? I'm like essentials: phone, wallet, keys, 𝘥𝘪𝘴𝘰𝘪𝘯. True. I bring Snare with me to my apprenticeship every week. Oh yes, I'm literally so sorry. Yeah, so Cricket's horn attachment. For those who want like a proper like view of it. So Cricket's horns, they have two sets of horns. So one set of horns directly attaches to where their eye sockets are, and then another one, a set attaches to kind of like this part of their head. So like their ear is here, and like the back horn curls to lower than this actually. It starts kind of like at the back of the head, right above the ear, and it curls down and under. So it does that. And then the second set does that. So yeah, they have two. They have two sets of horns. Cricket's horns are based on the Hebridean sheep. The ones that look like Satan. Yeah, they've got like they've got two sets of horns like that. Chibi cricket. There are lots of chibi crickets. Because I draw a cricket very quickly for D&D sessions. Yeah. Silly little guy. I don't want to delete these. I'm like, I'll just delete the thing. I don't want to delete these. I'll just put them on another layer. Oops. Ugh. So fucking we ball. How to learn to draw quickly, play D&D, make an animatic, have a 5-minute lunch break. Fair. Working on drawing my goobers so many times I could draw by heart. That's to say I animate them with no refs and redraw frames 12 times until it looks consistent. I can't animate. I can animate to the most basic sense of the word. Like, I hate animating. I'm like, I can't do it. At most, I make animatics, and, like, I do those once every 5 bajillion years. Because I don't like animating. Hey man, you don't need to delete Cricket. That's what the Ashen Rod is for. Man! My ass getting deleted, bro. I'm fucking... They throwing my shit in the fire. There's no fire. That's the secret. That's crazy. That's so funny. Glasses must be this guy's greatest enemy. He doesn't wear glasses, so I don't... I've had that question before. It's like, how would Cricket wear glasses? I'm like, I will never put them in glasses. Used to animate when I started getting more into digital art. Haven't animated in years. I have animated against my will. Like, I animate either by pure necessity or, like, through, like, school assignments. Like, I have done animation in school several times. Like, both in high school and in college and in uni. Because it was, like, those were just various classes that I had to take. So it's like, yes, I know the 12 principles. Yes, I can do S-curves and I can make a ball bounce. Do I like to? No. But I can. Like, I animated my own, like, GIF tuber. Like, I did this myself. Not Mr. Takana, I don't feel so good. That's crazy. Oh! Wait, hang on. Literally, wait. I'm sorry. I literally sounded like a bird for a second there. Hang on. Like, literally hold the motherfucking phone, okay? Guys, it's happening. Guys, the Cricket and Takan arcs, they're moving. Guys, they're literally moving. Hold on. Literally hold the fucking phone, okay? Last session was freaking awesome. First of all, we started off with freaking fucking drinking. But, like, it's okay. It's because they're sad and they don't want to die. Guys, they cuddled, and when they cuddled to bed together, guys. It was so cute. It was, like, at the beginning, like, as we were all heading to bed, Takan was like, hey, where are you? Like, because we're all kind of, like, sleeping on Glenn's floor. And Takan was like, hey, so where in the room are you sleeping? And Cricket's like, probably over there. And Takan, like, immediately, like, went over there and, like, sat like a dog. And Cricket was like, I'm not going to bed yet. And he was like, oh, okay. And he, like, sat back up and, like, Cricket, like, went outside to go and, like, drink. But, like, it's okay. They're fine. Which is, like, as loose a sense of the word as we can. But yeah, and then they went back inside and then they, like, cuddled to go to sleep. And then, like, we all started getting ready for the ball. The next day we learned how to dance and we did some shopping. Another set of NPCs came and, like, we all, like, put on our fancy outfits. Each of us have, like, our own, like, fancy designs. Oh, I didn't show you Barnaby's. I also helped design Barnaby's. But, Takan saw Cricket in, like, the dress and he, like, froze and was, like, staring at them and was, like, barely paying attention to anything else. Like, Cricket was, like, it's like, Takan, can you get Shifa? She needs to presto your hair again. Like, he's, like, not paying attention, so he's like, Barnaby. It's like, no, I don't need Barnaby, Shifa. Oh, dude, it's happening. It's literally starting. It's literally freaking happening, guys. For those who don't know, Takan is my fiance's character. Oh, thank you, Mother. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
My mother got me a Tim Hortons drink. She got me my favorite, which is the strawberry watermelon lemonade. If you are ever around in Canada, you can get the quenchers of the lemonades. Strawberry watermelon is the best one. It tastes like a Jolly Rancher. Highly recommend. It is good juice. Slow burn romance. My girlfriend's character and mine were getting close. Dude, I love slow burn. It's like, because my character has had a crush on Takan for a long time. And it's like, Takan is kind of just stupid, and he's like the only character who does not know that. And he's like, right now he is like, it's like this is the first time he's had like proper like confusing emotions about Cricket. Dude, I love it. I love it. It's the kind of find where the house is burning red. Yeah, exactly. Can confirm it does taste like a Jolly Rancher. It's literally a Jolly Rancher. Wait, Kevin, have you tried the new peach iced tea? It's actually really good. Have you tried it? It's a good time. But yeah, for those who do not know, I'll show you what fancy... I did fancy Takan last week, Wednesday, so you guys got to see that one. But I'll show you the finished version, because I also drew what the back of his hair looked like off camera. Yeah, you should get it. Yeah, this was fancy Takan when his finished one, so he has, like, the long hair. And Cricket was, like, as everyone else was getting ready, Cricket was sitting there, like, furiously braiding his hair. Like, try to fix up what he looked like, but yeah. I like how opposite their outfits are. It's like there's fancy Takan and fancy Cricket. Like, I love how opposite the like formal wear for the two of them are. It's like Takana's so colorful and bright, like a lot of loose drapery and like layering and stuff. And like Cricket is so like minimal and simple and like gothic. Yeah, fancy Takan. Takan refuses to wear shirts, so this was the best that we could do. Hair I'm obsessed. Dude, I love 𝘴𝘀's hair. Here, this is 𝘴𝘀's fancy outfit, but 𝘴𝘀's full outfit, his full current, like, proper outfit is like this. So this is what he, like, looks like out of the fancy wear. So, like, this is what he normally looks like. So I get to draw him in a scarf a lot. He's so funny. I love 𝘴𝘀. Big feet, yeah. Anyway. Something is a joke about that. But yeah. Now, 𝘴𝘀 is a, for those who don't know, 𝘴𝘀 is a Goliath monk. He's a homebrew monk that my fiance made. My girlfriend's character is crushing on mine. My character's still learning how the world works. She's a ghost who made a lab and thus has no memories from past life. Cricket is a messy 12? Help! No, not 12. Cricket is 20. Cricket's a messy 20-year-old. And 𝘴𝘀 is, like, 19 and doesn't know how anything works. Knives, not very monkey for 𝘴𝘀. Not knives. Daggers. But he doesn't always use them. But 𝘴𝘀 he actually fights with his feet more. He kicks and then he will use his daggers as, like, backup. They're 20 with a 12 out of 10. Hey! You know, I like that. That's good. That's good. I like you. You're funny. Not touching that joke with a 10-inch pole. Not here, anyway. Oh, yes! I was gonna show 𝘴𝘂. Yes, I'll show fancy 𝘴𝘂 as well. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, Barbas. I helped design Pulse's characters a lot as well. This is 𝘴𝘂. 𝘴𝘂 is Pulse Effects' character. I also got to design fancy 𝘴𝘂. 𝘴𝘂 is still in his base outfit. So 𝘴𝘂 hasn't had an outfit change like Cricket or 𝘴𝘀 have. So this was 𝘴𝘂's original fit. That he is still in right now. 𝘴𝘂 is our bard. He's our Etherean bard. Pulse likes doing weird stuff like I do. So it's like he also plays like the weird, like a lot of the weird species and like likes to mix stuff. So it's like Pulse's other characters that I have seen him play is 𝘴𝘂, who's an Etherean, Scribbles, who's a Tabaxi, and Ritz, who's a 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰𝘬. Which is so funny. 𝘴𝘀's 19, yeah. 𝘴𝘀 is estimated to be 19. 𝘴𝘀 is like, he came from the Feywild where years don't really work the same over there. So it's like he's estimated at around 19. We have a very young party. So Cricket is the third oldest at 28. So it's Vesper at 18, Shiefra and 𝘴𝘀 are 19, Cricket is 20, and then 𝘴𝘂 at 23, and then Dusk at 28? Yeah, so Vepr is the youngest. But yeah, we have a very young party. I was like, genuinely, I thought that I was gonna have the youngest character when Cricket was like revealed to be 20. I was like, I'm the third oldest? Cricket's very well endowed. I never really realized until I saw that fancy jacket. Yes, sir! Last character was a bard who was a literal tuning fork. I love that. My bard's a doll. I have a cat. Cat's to pet and an OC to design. I'm entering lurk mode. Question, do you have a list of video ideas you want to make? A list and like kind of just general ones off the top of my head that I know I want to do next. Like again, the next one that I'm going to do that will be releasing next week is going to be about lighting. That video's like, I'm almost at the editing phase. The script is done. I'm like maybe halfway through the recording of like the actual illustration. I need to do the illustration. I need to finish the illustration recording before I do the voice recording. And then usually editing takes about a day or two. So it's like, I want to finish it before the Thursday. Because my birthday is this Saturday and I would like to not be super stressed a day or two before, you know what I mean? So that also being said, next week Saturday there's going to be no stream. Sorry. But that also being said, Wednesday's going to be a special birthday stream. So I might do it on cam for fun. I also ended up really liking the dress I gave her. Yeah, Vepr dress. I do not design things for Frey, because Frey draws them herself. May I show the chat? May I show to the council the artwork? So yeah, we do have a critique stream. That one's gonna be in 2 weeks. I literally keep on forgetting. Kevin, I sent you the intake form. I sent it to you a while ago. Do you mind if you could take a look at it? Let me know if it's okay, if there's anything else you would add or change. That would be phenomenal. But yeah, I do owe you guys a crit stream, so. Yeah, Vepr. So I don't draw Vepr's things. Frey does them herself. Vesper is our youngest of our party. She's 18. But yeah, Frey designed this herself. We love this. I love these earrings. We get to take a closer look. I love that it's like from afar they look like upside down crosses. Oh, yes. Match with me as the Antichrist. I love it though. It's so cool. Ugh. I'm so sick. Her little rings. Her void rings. Oh yeah. She's the youngest guys, she's the youngest person ever. Guys, you literally don't know. Yeah, and then the like sword heels. Ugh, so cool. We love Vepr. Yeah. We love Vepr in this house. Do that now. Thank you. Guys, do I draw them in booty shorts? Or do I give them a skirt? They're both gonna be form-fitting. We're not doing anything loose. That's no fun. Always. Why is that a question? You're right. You're literally right. Why do I even question? Booty shorts is a handle with care. There's two things that I have drawn cricket in. Like two like print shirts and shorts that I've drawn cricket in, where like one of them that I had the DM sent me that I thought was really funny that like I ended up drawing a cricket. It was the saying was, my ass is so huge because all my courage is stored there, which I thought was really funny. So that one, there's like a doodle of cricket with that as like a t-shirt. I'm like, can I say the other one? I'm really thinking about it. I guess it's... Can I say it? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's fine. There's another shirt that I drew cricket in that said, what was it? Prayers, whatever you say on your knees. Which I also... I think that's pretty funny too. Have you ever seen the booty shirts that are like, ceaseless watcher, turn your eyes onto this wretched thing? I've always wanted shorts that say that too. I can do it myself though, is the thing. I'm like, I don't need to buy that. I made my own tank top that says, I hope your abuser dies. So like, I just yelled up, that's fire out loud. Isn't it great? I need that in a shirt. Me too! I need it on a pair of shorts. A Magnus Archive reference on my booty short. You wanna know something funny? I have watched every single episode. I've listened to every single episode of the original Magnus Archives, except for the very last one. And it has been... I haven't listened since 2019, and it is too late to go back now because I will not remember a damn thing. But I really liked the Magnus Archives. I really did. I really do. Last one's a heartbreaker. I can only imagine. So you know what? In my head, John and, what's his name? Holy shit. John and Martin are fine. They're fine, and they still live in that little home in Ireland. Like, that's what's happening in my head. The Magnus Archives is a horror podcast, yeah. It's a horror horror audio drama. It's really good. Highly recommend. If you've ever heard that audio, there's several audios from the Magnus Archives that got really popular on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff. If you've ever heard the audio that's like, "Are you going to kill me?" No! Well, yes, but not yet. Like that one. Or like the one that's like, "I'm not real, I'm plastic." You know? That's good, Fred. You're right. You're literally right. You're literally so right. The trigger warning song. Loki reminded me that one of my homies suggested buying Ben 10 booty shorts for shits and giggles. Best 3 a.m. Discord call of my life. Dude, I you know what? I agree. Need more people to talk about it with. Dude, I haven't thought about the Magnus Archive. Like, I was reminded of the Magnus Archives when back at the other place I had a student and she was just getting into the Magnus Archives. And I was like, oh man. I am like, you're gonna have so much fun with this podcast. And she loves it. Every week she would turn in an assignment where she drew John. It was awesome. Oh yeah. Booty shorts. Cricket is interesting because it's like every time, because their tail goes so low, I'm like, I have to like, I have to like rethink how to, what do you call it? How to like the, like shorts and things sit on their body. I love the show, but I have iffy feelings about Rusty Quill. Magnus Archives gets a pass in my book, though, any day. I don't know anything about Rusty Quill. I feel so cool when I hit the exact number I want or whenever I want. When I lower up the opacity of a brush or layer. Real. Michael Clean, have a good stream. Come back later, lurk later if still going. Yeah, for sure. Good luck cleaning. Have a good one. Thank you for popping in. Next, this should be lifted because the arm is being lifted here. Little pro tip, gamers. If you are drawing anything and like an arm is being lifted or like a body part is being lifted, the clothing will go with it. So just keep that in mind. Clothing, your folds, everything will go with it. So just keep that in mind as you're working. Pigeon number 3! Yes, please send me pigeon. Ah, fair enough. Oh, wait, hang on. I have a story. So the other day I went to the doctor's office, right? I went to go, I have been recruited for a new general practitioner. So I went to go and like see her for the first time and like do like the new patient meeting. And like I arrived 10 minutes early at this office, right? This doctor's office. And like when I was recommended to this doctor, I was recommended by a family friend, and they did not tell me that this doctor's office, they told me the address. They did not tell me this doctor's office was 8 floors tall. Right. They didn't tell me that it was multiple floors tall, so I'm like, oh damn. And so because of that, they also did not tell me what floor the doctor's office is on, right? And you'd be like, oh, it's a doctor's office. It can't be that difficult to find. It's a doctor's office. No, every single floor has doctor's offices. This is a doctor's building. It's a pharmaceutical company and building. It's a health operations building. So I'm like, I gotta find the doctor's office. So I enter, right, the building. And there's, if you've ever seen like the electronic mall directories, right, where it's like the thing and you can like click on it and it's got like all the names of stuff, right? So I look on there, and if this is me, right, if I'm there, right? This is how big the directory is, right? The screen is like this large, okay? This is how big this damn thing is. Not only does it have, like, if you imagine this is the screen, right? Not only does it have, like, there's, like, 8 floors. Each page has, like, you know, it's separated kind of by floor, and there are the names of each, like, company, and then, like, every single doctor that works there, right? So it'll be, like, floor 2 or something, and then it's the name of the company, and then the name of the doctor is like this, right? There are like 2 to 3 columns per page, right? So it's like, it does like this, right? And it's like kind of like in a list format. Sometimes there are more doctors, sometimes there are less doctors, right? And then like pictures and whatever off to the side, right? I can't control it, right? It's not touchscreen, so I kind of just have to sit there and watch it go by. And it's on each of these pages for maybe like 3 seconds, right? So I have to I'm standing there for a minute and a half, and I'm reading through, I'm trying to find my doctor's name, I'm trying to find the name of the office, it's not there. I literally can't find it. So I'm like, okay. So I go on my phone, and I try and look up her name, and I try and see where this thing is, right? And I'm like, okay, I can't find it. So I kind of find a name of a general practitioner, and that showed up, and I was like, maybe it's this one. So I go on the floor. It's the 5th floor. I go on the 5th floor. I enter that doctor's building. There's people that are already in there. They're waiting in line. The kiosk isn't working to sign in. So I go up to the front desk. I have my health card ready, right? I go up to the front desk, and the lady there is like, hi, how can I help you? I'm like, hi, I have an appointment with Dr. So-and-so. She pauses. She looks at me. Who? I say, Dr. So-and-so. She goes, I don't know who that is. Pull up my phone. I pull up my phone, I show her the full name, and she's like, oh, that doctor's not in this office. How about you try the doctor's office upstairs? I'm like, okay. Go back on the elevator, go to the 6th floor. I am in the 6th floor. I am here. There's one doctor's office here. Like, this is the elevator. There's, like, bathrooms in the center here. There's one doctor's office here, one doctor's office here. I go into here. I'm like, hey, I have an appointment with Dr. So-and-so. She's not in this building. I go into here. Hey, I have a doctor's appointment with so-and-so. Not here. Okay, so I go back on my phone. I'm sitting in the hallway. At this point, you're probably thinking, why don't you just call the doctor's office? Well, the problem is that this doctor's office, they're very nice people. By the time I do end up getting there, but they're very kind people. The problem is they don't pick up their phone. I learned it's because this doctor's office runs off of an app, and like they have like an app. So I'm like, I gotta, like, they didn't pick up because like they like prefer to communicate through this app. And so I was like, because I called a bunch of times to try and set this thing up and it didn't work, so like this is best that I can do. So I go to the office, or like I'm sitting in the hallway in the main floor, because I'm like, I know calling them isn't gonna work, so I'm sitting in kind of the hallway. I'm trying to look up the office again. I'm like, I'm already late, right? I'm like desperately trying to find this doctor's office. I get a call on my phone. Hi, is this Jessica? You have an appointment with Dr. So-and-so at 11? I'm like, yes, I'm in the building. I do not know which floor you guys are on. I've been running around this building for 15 minutes. Oh, we're on the 3rd floor. Great. I go on the 3rd floor. Get back on the elevator, go on the 3rd floor. I'm at the 3rd floor. Once again, I'm standing here. There are 2 different doctor's offices on either side. One of them says general practitioner. The other one says sleep therapist. So I'm like, okay, makes sense. We'll go to the general practitioner. I walk in. Hi, I have an appointment with Dr. So-and-so. Oh, sorry. You're going to want to go across the way. Okay. So finally, I get to the right doctor's office, which apparently doubles as a sleep therapist. I go in there and I go, and like, I don't even say anything. The lady behind the desk, she goes, Jessica. I'm like, yes, that's me. And she's like, I am so sorry. I'm like, no, it's fine. So anyway, that was my Tuesday, this week. I have a new general practitioner. I have a new doctor, which is fun. I have to get blood work done soon, epically. Which, by the way, I'm weird about blood work, because I actually enjoy watching blood work getting done. My mother hates it. My mother has a fear of needles. I don't. I'm like, it doesn't bother me at all. So I'm like, I'm excited to get blood work done again. Because I find it fascinating. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm like, there's something about the practice that's interesting to me. pose number 1 done. So this is like kind of like, it's like I love this body type again because it's just, it's so like, there's so many like folds and creases and whatnot that you can work with, and it is such a fun kind of like body type to work with, you know. Made a video on how to draw thick characters because I want to make a thick character of this new race of elves that lives in a volcano. You honestly look up more plus size, like look up plus size bodies. Actually, do you know what? I could recommend a book to you. I'm actually really bad at teaching different body types. I don't really know how to do it that well. It's like how to teach it well. I can do it well, like I can draw it. But like to actually teach it is, I've always found really difficult. I really love Morpho. Like Morpho's body, like Morpho's book on body and skin folds and fat. I really love how they teach it. I recommend looking into it. It's a good book. Caught up in Witch. How was it? I still need to read it. It's so good. Hell yeah. I need to read it for the sake of Kufri. Because I keep seeing that magical twink on my timeline. I need to know what his deal is. Yeah, Morpho's got a lot of good anatomy books. Highly recommend. His deal is so fucking interesting. I need to know. Gives everything. He's cute. I'm like, I need to know what's wrong. I need to know what's wrong with him. I need to know what's up with him. Maybe what's wrong with him. I don't know. I don't know his deal. Only seen stuff on fat in the book Anatomy for Sculptors. Yeah, Anatomy for Sculptors is good. I really love Morpho. It's a more like visual sort of way of learning. So how they teach it is it's a little more like, it's a little less theoretical and a little more application and reference based, which I appreciate personally. I'm a very visual person. I'm a very visual person, but ironically, I've never been a YouTube tutorial person. What I do is, like, I kind of look at reference, I observe, and then I go from there. Like, that's always how I've been. So I'm like, Morpho is very similar to how I learn. What's wrong with him is, in fact, the correct term. Alright, cool. Need references. I love references. References are our best friends as artists. Don't mind me as I adjust some shadow work here and there. Okay, cool. What's my favorite drawing I've ever done? That's tough. I don't really think I have one. I have drawings that I like and then drawings that I'm okay with, I think is my thing. Vision 3.5 and I only have room for a headshot, real. I want to just start improving. The way that you improve is easy practice. Okay, who next? Let's do Lonnie. Casually whipping out some really nice shadows. It's just some quick stuff. Shadow is really simple once it's like, oh, okay, that's all it is. You know? It's just knowing where the light's not gonna be. It's kind of all it is. I have to go to dance on my cook. Do you like dancing? If you don't, then yeah, probably. My juice! 500 people are watching me dance though. Oh! Oh, was it a performance? Good luck! About to lock in. My friend just invited me to get pizza at a little pizza buffet nearby. Do I do that instead? When is this paper due? Like, how much time do you have to finish it? This will affect my answer. Why is my smithing turned off? I won't need it, but... Yeah, if you could draw perspective, you could draw shadows. No, exactly. Perspective is so much harder. What pose do I do? I need inspiration. Oh, Monday 3? Yeah, do it. Go for pizza. Go have fun. Go pizza. Go get pizza. Yeah. Did yesterday and I cooked. I wasn't cooked. I ate and left no crumbs. Hell yeah. So that just means you have practice. You'll be good to go today. I need inspiration. I need poses to look at. Let's see. What do I want to do? Yeah, cook again. Yeah. Let's do a more intensely foreshortened pose. Let's do some facial foreshortening too. Why not? I like facial foreshortening. I've found myself being like getting like rustier with facial angles as of late. So I think I need this too. Oh, this angle is tough. It's one of those things, it's like, oh, how did you do this angle? I can't, I don't know. I can't teach this one to you. I have no clue. And like, I use the principles that I understand, and like my my understanding of like facial planes and that sort of thing. It will be no different for this one, I think. This is the evil angle. It's not an easy one, that's for sure. I'm doing it referenceless because I hate myself, apparently. Hang on. I don't know why I'm doing the features right now. Like, I should do that afterwards. I should do the top down of the full body first before I even attempt the angle and devil, truly. I should do the body first before I even try the face, frankly, so I know what I'm dealing with. With the Morpho book, do you have to read, or is it better you just draw it? Both. It's mostly images. Like, there are, like... What do you call it? Like, there are, like... text and whatever. Like, it is, like, there is stuff to read, but it is majority images. It's like they have, like, the introductory section where it's, like, they talk about, like, the knowledge that is best for you to learn and to study, along with, like, guides for, like, prerequisite knowledge. But again, it's, like, it's a lot more, like, application-based by comparison to theoretical knowledge. For a certain, like, 3 hours, have to be there too. Well, that makes sense. You know, practice and stuff. My reference is once again off to the side here. I have a reference for the body, not for the face, which is the face is much harder than the body is. Yes, very deceptively simple. She is. Taking a break from pigeons, we'll finish the other page tonight. Yeah. Distorted proportions, yeah. She's tough to draw. She's extra tough to draw in angles like these where it's like, what's deceptively simple about her is because she is kind of just a person. Like, she, at a baseline, she is just like a human doll, but like her proportions are very specifically, they are very specifically exaggerated. It's like her legs are a little too long and a little too thin. Her neck is a little too long. Her arms are very lanky. She is, like, meant to look like an over-exaggerated, like, doll, as well as be, like, a very, like... She's meant to be very male-gazy. I made a video about it. It's not a short one. What is in there? It's like I talk about kind of like the intentions behind a lot of her design. Because she is very much a comment on women in media. And the portrayal of women through the male gaze and stuff like that. First sketch of Cricket looks sick. Hell yeah. I would like to see when it is done. Or whenever you wish. Exclamation point Discord. Send it in Art General. The barbarian form is for the girls. True. This arm should be... Would it be easier to get away with mistakes with foreshortening because they're not proportions people are used to looking at? Not particularly, because she is not super off. She's just a little off. And in that way, if I do the proportions to correct, then her proportions are not right. I have to also keep them a little off when I'm foreshortening. And it is like, that's really tricky. Not Cricket is the male gazing one, not the one who's thicker than a Sonic milkshake. You think that the male gaze includes a plus-size body? I'll just let that one hang in the air. That was my sketch shirt earlier. We're working on. While watching your streams. It does for me. You are one of the few. The male gaze is like the patriarchal idea of women. I've got to give it a try later. Yeah, it's like if I pull up like the reference for Lonnie, it's like she is very like, it's like you can see it's like the torso is very, very thin. It's like she's meant to look like a Barbie doll is the thing. It's like that unattainable, like a body that can only be drawn, not born, you know? For the male gaze? What about for the male gaze? I love plus size women, and you are one of the few. And it's like, it's interesting because it is like, it's very like if you think of the patriarchal idea of like how like very, very misogynistic, like right-wing red pill kind of dudes that you will see, it is like that very like kind of gross idealization. It's like the people who are like complaining about God of War 𝘴𝘶𝘱𝘰𝘳𝘥. It's those same men. Yeah, it's those same men that are like that are calling it like God of War get back in the kitchen. Like it's those same kind of dudes. So stretch out and uncanny, that's awesome. Yeah. Patriarchy hurts us all. It's true. The patriarchy hurts everybody, and that's the problem. Just mad when I saw that. No, genuinely, it's so crazy. Like, here's the crazy thing is too, like, Kratos would hate all of those people. Actually, it's pronounced 𝘴𝘶𝘱𝘰𝘳𝘥. Not this one. 𝘴𝘶𝘱𝘰, that's why Kratos would call her Faye. Her name is pronounced 𝘴𝘴. Specifically this one, the Norse, this, which is why, for those who don't know, Loki's name, Loki, 𝘴𝘶𝘱-san, like, it's, and that's why, again, it's like why Kratos calls her Faye, because it's 𝘴𝘴. So I see red pillars talk about women's bodies that smell, because I know they'll never survive galactic expansion of humanity. The problem is they probably will. Dude, I love God of War. Yeah, 𝘴𝘴. Yeah. They actually, I think it was the devs who were like, it's 𝘴𝘴, guys. For those who are a little confused. The music artist is 𝘴𝘴, yeah. One place it's like there's like, same face syndrome, same anything syndrome is a thing, right? It's like any part of the body you can end up becoming like same something, right? Because it's like maybe you draw hands all the same way, maybe you draw feet all the same way, legs all the same way, right? Bodies all the same way, right? It's like maybe your characters all have the kind of same body type, right? The thing that I have been trying to work on lately is same hand syndrome. Like, I want my hands to look different for one another, so I've been actively attempting to try and like change up my hands every time I draw them and make sure like my character's hands look individual as well. It's like Cricket's hands I try and make a little shorter and stubbier. Like, I like giving them like chubbier, smaller hands. So I think that's cute. It's like giving them little kind of like shorter, stubbier hands. Lonnie's hands, I give her like piano fingers. So it's like for Lonnie, other than like obviously them being jointed, but it's like her fingers are very like long and thin. Right? So it's like I try and like make that different. And then it's like Neptune's are smaller, but the fingers are also meant to be thinner. So it's like by comparison to Cricket, it's like Neptune's hands are small, but they are thin fingers. More like that. Not as different from Cricket's, but it's like you can kind of see that difference. And the cord is, you know, like cord is pretty easy to tell, I guess. But it's like, you know, it's like there's other parts of the body that you can like try and like change. Never come into my mind that I can make my hands, OC's hands differently. Yeah, every part of the body should be done differently. It is like even ears. It's like you can draw your ears differently. Lonnie's ears are like taller and thinner. It's like Neptune's are like rounder, smaller, like that. I also like to, like when working with elves and stuff, I like to make their ears different shapes as well. Like elves and pointed folk. Pointed-eared folk, you know? I'm gonna draw a lot of hands. Yeah, hands, feet, should all be different. Struggling to figure out how to make them look individual. When it comes to super stylized hands, not too difficult. When it comes to more realistic ones, they're tough to vary. I actually recommend, it's like observing isn't just being like, oh, it's like I'm gonna observe for the intention of drawing this thing. Observe people. Like, even if you don't plan on drawing them, start looking at the people around you. Which does mean that you gotta touch grass, but go places. Start looking at people. Start looking at buildings. Start noticing things. The art of noticing is half of observation, truly. Because, like, it is sometimes very much like I'll be like I will be like in Ubers and stuff, and like I love to stare at the people walking on the street. You know? If you had to give my plus size girlfriend a hug, reminder she's beautiful. The stream put me in that mood. Dude, as somebody who is plus size with a plus size fiance, I get it. I am very much like to me, I'll tell you right now, I'm like, all of my characters, Lonnie I designed to be conventionally hot. Cricket is my kind of hot. Like, I am like, Cricket is my hottest character to me. That's why I sexualize them so much. Eyes, hand, feet, hair, clothing, accessories, the way they walk, the way they look, their expressions. Observe everything. You become a better artist when you start to love bodies. Like, not even be attracted to bodies if you're not that type. Like, if you're ace, it's like, whatever, man. But start to find bodies interesting. start to love bodies. Bodies in general. I love drawing bodies. Like, it is so fun for me to draw bodies. I get extra excited when, like, when I would get, like, a commission and somebody would tell me, like, a specific body type. I'm like, yes! I'm like, a different body type or, like, a different facial feature or something. Because I'm, like, so often I get kind of the same, like, anime kind of character. Which I'm like, that's fine. But I'm like, I want individuality. Like, I want something new, you know? It's also why I had so much fun, like, eventually, like, making Cricket more plus size, because then, like, every tiefling that I see is, like, skinny and kind of has, like, the same, like, 2 body types, right? I'm like, I want something new. Give me something new. Arrow, when I designed her, she was also meant to be a plus size tiefling. She was gonna be, like, a very, like, Sharpay Evans kind of character when I initially designed her. But, like... Bodies. Bodies are so fun, and like the more that you love bodies, the more fun you will have as an artist as well. I don't know why I'm struggling with this hand so much. The biggest tip that I can give for drawing plus size characters, please don't use ovals. Like, if you're gonna be drawing like that, like, don't like, we're not doing this. You know what I mean? Like, we're not doing this. And, like, the big thing with ovals, it's like, it's very Pillsbury Doughboy kind of look. It's very Michelin Man. It's like, this is not how skin folds into itself. It's like, you're also not treating it with weighting, right? It's like, when we understand, like, a plus size body, everything is gonna sag in on itself, right? It's like everything kind of has a weighting to it. Everything sort of like falls into place, right? And it like layers on itself. Right? It's like we don't want to draw it like where everything is like stiff and round like this. It's like, this is really exaggerated, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like you want to make sure that everything still remains with a flow, right? Fat is on top of muscle, right? And fat will grow on top of muscle, and off of those muscle like sections, it's like the fat will sag off of it, right? It has weight. It falls. Yeah, that's the funny thing. Like, Cricket was originally meant to just be chubby. Like, when I first designed Cricket, they were drawing a body in 2.5 seconds. In university, you're trained to draw them in 30. Genuinely. Like, it'll be like, in college, like, I remember we had to do, like, still life, or not still life, sorry, we had to do, they brought in, like, a model, and, like, we did, like, you know, like, life drawing studies, and I remember my prof was like, today we're gonna do 30-second studies, and I was like, sick, and everyone else was so scared. But, like, it was tough, though, like, especially doing 30 seconds for the first time. It was not easy. But that's what you're trained to do, is you're trained to draw a body in, like, 30 seconds. Cricket 1.0 was on Ozempic. Cricket 1.0, it was definitely, like, I wanted them chubby, but again, coming off of drawing Lonnie for so long, like, I was not great at handling chubby characters very frequently. I was like, I wanted them to be bigger than Lonnie for sure. And I was like, which is not a high bar, but, like, what was it? But then when eventually I, like, properly started getting into it, it was like, I, like, slowly, it's like I'm creeping it more and more. It's like using more and more reference to get to them. And, like, I reached a body type where I was like, I think I'm happy with this. And then, like, as time went on, I'm like, no, I think we could do more. And it was very much like, not only was it like, I'm like, I think I can make them a little fatter. I'm like, we can make them a little chubbier. I'm like, or like, genuinely one of my thoughts was always like, I could probably make their ass a little bigger, you know? Like, I could probably go a little bigger, you know? First time I saw it, I was like, ooh, cool concept. I'm like, my goat. Literally. Sister always asks why I draw my character so short, because I proportioned their torso so much longer. I'm the opposite. I prefer to draw legs longer. Studies is limited time is so fun. Usually treat limited time studies, little mini games, makes it a lot more fun to learn. Yes, that's a great way to do it. Yeah. I very much am like, for me, it is just like, I don't like drawing slow. I'm a very impatient person. So it's like my drawing sessions in general are just very, very short. Because like I don't want to be there for very long. I'm on my nerd arc, for real. Kylo Ren screaming, "More!" Jesse makes cricket finger. True. Truly. That's correct. That's it. That was the experience. Are you just using references balling as pose rocks? I had inspiration for this pose. I got, like, there was, like, an illustration I decided, I'm like, I kind of like the pose of that, but I'm mostly balling it. Like, the thing was, it was, like, the original pose was, like, the character was sitting and, like, they had both arms down like this. And, like, their legs were sort of like this, and they had, like, both hands to the sides here. So, like, that's what I saw first. And then I was like, I can mess with it. So it's, like, the only thing that I really took was the torso. And, like, the top down to the face. The face I am completely eyeballing, which is probably not super accurate, but it's okay. The best part is the hair is probably going to cover up most of the face anyway. I get to see what Lonnie's hair looks like from the top, though. Curtain bangs. POV stubbed your toe. Yeah, I might actually need a second layer for this one, because this one was a lot trickier than this one was. I might actually use a second one to clean it up. I'm like, I could go back in with the eraser. That's gonna take way more time, and I kind of don't want to. So what I'll actually do is I'll do this. It's already 4:30. Damn. 2 layers for the sketch, unheard of. We're gonna call this the original sketch and then a clean sketch. We're not lining today. Da-da-da. Pigeon. That's how my dad pronounces pigeon. He goes pigeon. Oh, you finally found a chisel! Hell yeah, we love a chisel brush. I'm glad that you're loving it. Chisels are such a good time. Pigeon. Yeah, that's how my dad says it. Can never have too many sketch layers, unless it's more than 2, that's pushing it. I usually only have 1. And then I might have fix layer, which, like, my fix layer is mostly just there in case, like, my sketch layer, like, something is wrong on it and I need to fix it. Like, I realize after the fact and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm like, I gotta fix that. Like, that's when I'll have, like, a second, like, sketch, quote-unquote. Otherwise, it's not happening.
I actually have these eyes a little close to each other. That's a little better. Yeah. It's recommending this book. See how I'll enjoy this. Never learned anatomy drawing for 3 years, so I need this. Yeah, nice! Well, as somebody who has been drawing for... It'll be 25 years in 7 days. You're always learning. Often start using multiple layers and start mixing them together to form a singular sketch layer. And another sketch I add details like hair, clothes, etc. I'll do the hair, clothes, and stuff in another layer if I am designing the character. Otherwise, like, it's all on one. Quite the style to do and at an angle. It's probably not totally correct, but it's fine. I do not have a reference. I cannot totally figure it out. The head should be longer. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, this doesn't feel right. I'm like, I should pull this back actually. There it is. That should be longer back there. Genuinely, one of your strongest artist tools is your gut feeling. Genuinely. It's like sometimes you're like, that doesn't look right, and then you just adjust something, and it's like, there we go. Always trust your eyes. If you feel like something is off, you're probably right. It's another piece of advice I can give. Any tips on how to avoid tangents? Erase them when you come across them. Oh, here's actually a tip. Sometimes you can't avoid it, so do your best to make sure it's not obvious. Sometimes a tangent will just happen, and, like, there's nothing you can really do about it, so, like, just do your best to, like, make it a little less obvious. Some of my artworks do have tangents in them, and you'll be able to find them. Sometimes intentionally. Sometimes I do put them there because I feel like it helps with the atmosphere. Most of the time not, though. So, what's your strongest tool as an artist? Vibes. True, actually, yeah. Lonnie is also interesting because as, like, a doll character, it is, like, sometimes her poses will be stiff and there's nothing I can do about it. Because it is, like, the body itself might not be able to bend in certain places. And there's nothing I can do to change that. How do tangents change the vibe? Tangents. The actual definition of a tangent is, it is an area that causes tension via tangential, like, placement, right? It causes tension. It says nowhere within that definition that a tangent should not happen, because tangents happen in real life as well. It just creates a tension, visual tension in there. You can use that to your advantage. A lot of advanced artists will use tangents to, like, create, like, tense looking moments, or, like, you'll see tangents used a lot in horror to, like, bring out kind of like an uneasy feeling. Have you ever seen, for those of you who have seen Hereditary, it's like that one scene where it's like you think he's alone in, like, a room, and then you, like, if you watch it again, it's like you actually see the mother is back there, like, barely off screen. It's like, that's a tangent. It's like they actively used a tangent in the frame of filming. You know? Tangent changed my vibe to screaming at the top of my lungs exploding. Art is so interesting because it's like every rule can be bent and broken if you need to. Because you can use things to your advantage.
I love using tangents in comics. It's like, it's a good, like, it can be used as like a fun thing. To make her accurate to those posing toys and have a hand pop off at the wrong angle. Commented on one of your videos in the other place years ago. It's like, tangents aren't inherently bad. I will die on that hill. And yesterday I had someone reply to it like, no, they're bad. They distract the image. You can't use them unless you're good. And I was like, LMAO skill issue. Okay, I will be right back. I gotta pee. Just a moment. I need to take a break. Hello. Can we hear me?
Ooh. I'm having a woman moment. I need ibuprofen.
Hello.
Ugh. I need my ibuprofen for things other than my back pain right now. Audible, that's good.
I need my combination ibuprofen and acetaminophen. 1,000 milligrams of acetaminophen, 400 milligrams ibuprofen. My girl did it. Hello.
They don't mind me as I take my medication.
Yeah, I need ibuprofen. I have a headache.
I don't got a headache. I'm having a woman moment.
Bill popping on stream. Bah. Blah.
Okay, we're good. We'll let the meds kick in. Oops. I love ibuprofen. I love it. That's just like ibuprofen, yeah. Ibuprofen and woman moment. We're all in some ways cursed by being a woman. Hey, you know what, man? Curses are pretty cool. I like being a woman.
Yes, go get some rest. Have a good one.
Thank you for popping in. Thank you, thank you.
Hope you have a nice day too.
Depending on how my body behaves in the next little bit, we might end either at 5 or 5:30. Because I am in fact starting to feel the need to lie down.
Yes, please come again.
You're welcome here.
You're welcome here. Happy, you know what? Happy Pride, everybody. Happy Pride. You are welcome here. You are loved. You are seen.
It is never unk to say happy Pride. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. Dude, I tattooed my friend, this Friday. Genuinely, I think it's the best tattoo I've done so far. Genuinely. I was doing the shading and I was like, oh, it's coming out well. It's actually coming out well. I felt so proud of myself, genuinely. Like, I was like, the lining actually felt really nice and the shading felt nice. I was like, oh. My fiance visits next week. So I'll be giving him another tattoo as well and taking photos of his healed tattoo. It's been healed for about a month now.
Yeah!
I'll pull up a photo of it for those who have not seen. But also those who do not know that I tattoo. The person yesterday was like, does anybody do comics? And I was like, no, never. I've never done a comic in my life. Where you're like, oh my god, I can learn a new skill. No, truly, it's been a long time since I felt that. But yeah, there's my the tattoo that I did on my friend. Yippee! I don't want my tattoos to be too far from the way that I actually draw, so like they're very line art heavy. I don't want to practice like color like blocking on my fiance. Like, I want to practice, like, fill-ins by comparison to, like, shading. But yeah, it helped that she didn't, like, puff up that much, which was nice. Yeah, oyster! Dude, the problem with having a woman moment right now is, like, it's 28 degrees outside. I do not want to have to use a heat pad. It's so hot. He's crows a practice dummy genius. Yeah, he's super open to, because he's already got a lot of tattoos, so he's super open to getting more and being like a body that I can practice on, because he loves getting tattoos as well. The only thing is he talks with his hands. He moves a lot. Tattoos, yeah! It's too hot for bodily distress. No, truly. Sit the sun symbol. No! I want pre-climate change Canadian weather. True. Literally true. I want the temperature that I grew up in, bro. Everybody who's like, oh, hands are so hard. Feet are so much harder. I promise. They're so much harder. Oh! Did I not move this layer when I was moving all the layers? I guess not. My bad. My fault. It's okay. I was not baked in this temp, no, surely. I was not baked in this temp is awesome. That's really good. I'm gonna steal that. Just period. Low and slope for the perfect temperature every time.
Dude, you know what I kind of want right now? You know what I genuinely kind of want right now? I kind of want a pancake. We're apparently having burgers for dinner, as my mother said as she stopped me in the hallway. But I kind of, low key, like genuinely, I kind of want pancakes right now. Attempted to draw the bottom of a foot if it's a crazy feat. It's actually a lot easier for me to draw the bottom of a foot than the top of one. Genuinely, the bottom of the foot is just a figure 8. Like, it's just an 8. Yeah, it's like I find the bottom of a foot a much simpler form. I am, in fact, craving flapjacks. I kind of do be wanting flapjacks right now. I never watched that show as a kid. I never, like, Flapjack, I feel like, was a phenomenon that I missed out on. But, like, frankly, as a child, I was very much a scaredy cat, so, like, I feel like Flapjack would have hurt me as a child. You know what I mean? Like Flapjack, Courage. Like, I feel like I would have died if I watched those. Because as a child, I was very much a scaredy cat. I couldn't handle anything. Yeah, Top of the Foot's got some whack geometry. Flapjack toys and everything, that's awesome. But yeah, I don't, like, I feel like I... Your mommy want pancakes? No, it's okay. I'll make my own another day. But no, because genuinely, like, I had a whole thing. I remember there was this one guy in elementary school who dressed up as, like, the Scream for Halloween. And, like, his mask had, like, it was, like, an old 2000s, like, Halloween costume where it was, like, the mask was also attached to, like, a pump where, like, you could, like, pump it and, like, it was, like, the pump was in the shape of a realistic heart. And if you, like, squeezed it, then, like, it would look like blood was flowing through the mask. And, like, that scared the shit out of me as a child. Like, I was so horrified of it. Like, I was crying at recess because this 8th grader had this mask. I was not okay, bro. Use of flapjacks as buns. Unlock your inner American. No. Hello. Welcome in, Anzari. I don't like gross equals funny humor. That's also true. I also tend not to like that kind of humor. You see, I hurt you like it's gonna come into your room at night. Flapjack is an old cartoon. It's from the 2000s. It was like, it was very like, it was kind of like an edge, like one of those edgier kind of children's shows. Very like, it's like if you make SpongeBob with Courage the Cowardly Dog, is the best way I could describe it. From what I've seen anyway. But yeah, no, I was even too scared to watch like Coraline as a child. Like I couldn't do that either. I was very afraid of things. And now it's like, I'm like, I crave that kind of stuff, you know? Oh, I watched, no spoilers, but I watched Backrooms. I don't know if Cryo is still in here, but I went with Cryo to go and watch Backrooms. That was a really good time. Backrooms was really good. Genuinely, it was so freaking good. If you haven't seen it, you should. Hello, Cult of the Hermits. Incredible username. Yeah, it's really good. Backrooms is super, super good. I haven't seen Obsession yet. No, I really want to. My brother's seen it, though, and he really liked it. I trust my brother's opinions. You'd love it? I know I would. Hearing about the theming, I'm like, I know I would love it, too. Flapjack was the start of a lot of big animators' careers. That makes sense. Low-key, I know the perfect wish for Obsession. I haven't seen Obsession, so I actually don't know the premise at all. I'm like, don't tell me the premise, though. I know the, like, overall theming of the film, but I don't know, like, the laws of the universe, and don't tell me. I want to watch it myself. Flapjack was a fever dream. Hello, my love. My fiance, everybody. Scarecrow sketch. Everybody point at him and say hello. Do I do one more? You see the film either? I really want to see it. It looks like it's really good. Do I do one more? Or should I call it here? Because I'm like... Oh, you fell asleep to stream? Aw. You fell asleep to sound my voice. One more. I don't know who I draw. I don't really... I don't know. What about do corn? Just watched the film trailer and I got the gist of it. That's fair. I haven't even seen the trailer. The last movie I watched in theaters was FNAF 2. What an awesome title. Trifecta of strange body types. It's true. Like, I could do corn. I don't know what body type, like, what I do. Neptune is very similar to, like, in terms of, like, the two characters of mine that are similar are the most similar are are Lonnie and Neptune. It's like, they're not too different other than the fact that Neptune is 14. So it's like her body type is more like childlike. I could do them both. Like, I could do corn and Neptune. I'm just like, I don't know what the pose would be. If I was to do a pose with the two of them, it would be... Like, I wouldn't do one after the other. I would have them interacting. Like, I would do, like, an interactive pose of some kind. I just don't know what. Non-conventional, sure, yeah. Cricket's body type is not that strange. Like, they are... Of my... like, Cricket, realistically, body-wise, Cricket and Neptune have the most normal bodies. Like, Cricket doesn't really have a lot strange going on other than, like, their horns and their tail, obviously. They just have a fat ass. That's all it is. You can join if you want. You want to join? You can join if you'd like. I just don't know what pose I would do. I need to look at references. No, Jessica, I've never ever seen someone like Cricket in real life. And, you know, that's also fair, I guess. Cricket looks huggable. Cricket is so huggable. Cricket is so huggable. They're so soft. They're so... I wanted Cricket to look and feel as soft as possible. Only if you want or need company. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, maybe a little bit. I need to figure out, because it needs to be a foreshortened pose. I just don't know what pose I would do with the two of them. Core drawing forward, like he tripped on his tail. Corn's tail, like, I would probably draw Kid Corn. Corn's tail is not long enough to trip on. Not as a child, anyway. Let's do another sheet. Oh, his adult self? Chance. The adult self would be way more complicated in perspective. Yeah, I am thinking of a dual pose. I'm just trying to think of what. Sorry, I'm looking through my phone. Teen Corn.
sorry, I'm looking through my phone and I'm like, I just saw like a reaction image. I'm gonna send it to you, babe, and you, Quinn. It's so funny. It's just... Cause I'm going through like my unorganized Twitter downloads photo. It's just, I love that reaction image so much. Yeah, I'm looking through my phone right now to see if there's anything that I'm feeling. Oh, man, dude, it's funny. 𝘰𝘪𝘯𝘰𝘳𝘥 muscles. A trio pose? With 𝘰𝘰𝘪𝘯. 𝘰𝘰𝘪 would be good to show off muscles, too, though. I mean, corn definitely has muscles. It's just, like, they look different, I suppose. I have made fake mon. I've made several for Neptune's campaign, actually. Regional forms and fake one. It's like, so Neptune has a 𝘴𝘰𝘪𝘯, but not an actual, like, Neptune has a 𝘥𝘪𝘴𝘰𝘪𝘯, which is like the region that Crow made. Crow is my DM for Neptune's campaign. Like, 𝘥𝘥 is the name of the region, so I made a 𝘥𝘥ian variant of 𝘴𝘰𝘪𝘯. Here, I will show you. I like 𝘥𝘥ian 𝘴𝘰𝘪𝘯 a lot. I think very silly. So this is the 𝘥𝘥ian 𝘴𝘰𝘪𝘯 line. I based them off of the, like, sea bunnies instead. So she has one. His name is 𝘧𝘰𝘪𝘯. Sticky. This is the shiny variant version. But I'm like, I like the originals more than the shinies, so I'm like, I'm okay with that. So it's the 𝘥𝘥ian 𝘴𝘰𝘪𝘯 line. That's more like dinosaur-like. And then we also had, like, fake evolutions. So we have the ones that I've done. I did Levion, like the flying type evolution. We had Evion, which is just big Eevee, normal type. We had Drakion, the dragon type, Eevee, and Champion, the fighting type. Which I know like both Quinn and Crow love Champion. They love this design. It's my least favorite one, personally. I don't know. I don't enjoy it as much. What else have I done? I did... Oh yeah, 𝘥𝘥ian as well. The 𝘥𝘥ian line. So it's like... like, this is like the normal, like, it's like this is 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰𝘬𝘴. This is, 𝘴𝘶𝑚. It's a 𝘥𝘥ian 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰𝘬𝘴, 𝘥𝘥ian 𝘴𝘶. It's like the eyes on the dress are like those, and they have, like, their eyes closed. But then the mega is the two of them merging together. All the eyes on the dress bits close, and their eye up here opens. Bug ghost type. I think is cool. Ghost bug type is the 𝘥𝘥ian line. I like this line a lot. I think that was cool. And then did 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰𝘬𝘴 as well, 𝘥𝘥ian 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝘭, which I love 𝘥𝘥ian 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝘭 so much. Look at this little freak. Little nubs for legs. I thought it'd be funny if 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰𝘬𝑴, or it'd be cute if 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝘭𝘰 was, a chubby cat. Because, like, 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝑚 is a small little chunky cat, and then 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝑚 becomes, like, thin. I was like, I want 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝑚 to be, like, really short hair. You know what I mean? So, that was the idea. But yeah, 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝑚. Gotta use one more. You showed off 𝘥𝘥ian, 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝑚 once. Like, we fought a 𝘥𝘥ian 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝑚. But that was about it. I like it for you. Oh, Dark Souls 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝑚? Yeah. I also did Mega 𝘧𝘰𝘭𝑚. I think this one's pretty sick, too. Steel Electric Levitate. Pretty slay. But yeah, I had fun designing this one, too. Drawing stained glass is a lot of fun. Do I have any more? I think that's all. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Those are all the fake mon things. I had ones that I, like, kind of wanted to design, and I haven't finished them. So, like, they're just kind of there. Alright, back to looking at my phone for inspiration. Possible inspiration. Oh, cool as hell. Thank you. Oh, that's as cool as heck. My bad. I auto-swore for you. Be kind every day. Alright, let's take a look. Do I have any poses that I haven't done yet that I kind of want to use? That are, like, foreshortened. Oh, I have a solo one that I kind of want to do, but I can't do that on YouTube. It's not, like, inappropriate or anything, it's just... It's a little suggestive. I cannot... I don't want to. Let's see... It's literally not too crazy. It was a trend for a little while. If you ever saw the one where it was, like, the person, like, the woman, and, like, she, like... like, has her arms extended like this. And it's like the arms extending have like the shadow covering her chest like this. I want to do that one. Like I want to draw this one with 𝘫𝘰𝘪𝘯. Crouch would be nice. I'm so bad at legs. That was fire. It's cool, right? I'm like I really want to do it because I think it'd be cute, but I haven't done it yet. Show us how to foreshorten the boundaries of art itself. Well, you know, that one, it's probably going to be a little tricky, perchance. You can do that on YouTube. The patriarchy allows it. Yeah, it's not the best foreshortening example, but, like, it's only arms. So, like, I'm not... I'll just do it in my own time. It's okay. Tiny POV. The AU scenario is one half of the couple is like 4 inches tall. That I'm thinking like this is gonna be like if it's a trio of 𝘫𝘰𝘪𝘯, Neptune, and 𝘴𝘂𝘪. Like I'm trying to think of like one big, two small kind of poses. Welcome back. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm looking. I'm looking. What I do among drip? I don't know what that means. That's a lot of words. Vegeta carrying Pan into the camera in 5 minutes. I haven't even drawn Pan before. Back to animating cricket as a form of procrastinating on stuff for my short film. Good luck animating them. She's so cute though. Yeah, but she's not one of my favorites. I'm like, I love her and she's very cute, but she's not one of my favorites. I never drew her. Oh. Oh, it's that. No. I clicked on the Olivelle. Don't worry, I received it. I was far too afraid to listen to it. You can tip me if you wish, but nothing is required, of course. She's not one of your favorites? Pan?
No, my favorite's like, I like Pan. I'm not like, she's not like, oh my god, she's my favorite like character ever, because I'm like, she is kind of just a kid. Like, I don't know her well enough. I'm like, of the kids, I'm like, I love Goten and Trunks. Like, I think they're so funny. They're so cute. Because you get to see them more. I worked so hard on it for you not to click it. I'm scared, man. I'm scared. Okay, I think my brain has come up with something. I was like scrolling and I'm like, it's like I've entered my mind palace and like thinking of a bajillion different poses I could do in that moment. Probably gonna ask for. I did not ask for it. I didn't think you were. I asked for nothing. Oh. Thank you, Bootleg, for the $5. You do not need cow tipping. That's hilarious, actually. That's really funny. Cow tipping is required. That's funny. I love that. Calling tipping cow tipping for the stream is so funny. Cricket was not designed for animation. Dude, Cricket? Yeah, no. Definitely not designed for animation. They got a lot of secondary action. That's all I'm saying. Thank you for subbing. That's so good. It's so good. He sends it like immediately. Yeah, because I sent it as like a I can't hear this in the voice at all. I did not expect you to do the voice. I didn't think the decision through when I started. Yeah, they got a lot of chub, and they've got a big tail and fluffy hair. It's called donating cow tipping from now on. That's so funny. What about Cricket is hard to animate? So different character designs, when you have animatable designs, if you think about like cartoons, like children's cartoons, just cartoons in general, usually the characters are very simple. Especially if it is 2D animation, because they're not like, you have to draw them over and over. So having an easy to animate design means they're usually very simple to draw over and over and over. So Cricket having 10 eyes on 3-dimensional horns is not very animatable. That's very complicated to draw over and over. More American. No, even Japanese. Like cartoons, period. Like anime. Here's the thing with anime is it's like some anime like designs like you will have some that are like really, really complex, but a lot of them, if you really break them down into like basic stuff, it's actually quite simple. Have a good one, Nzari. Thank you for popping in. But also the anime like Japanese animation industry is disgusting. Like it's pretty bad. Doing a simple head turn though, so it should be fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Treating them with some graphic shapes because I looked at them and went, hell no. You could also draw them while their eyes are closed. Cricket actually does that a lot more. So, like, I always draw them with their eyes open, but, like, maybe 80% of the time, like, in campaign, Cricket looks like this. Because they keep their, like, eyes closed or, like, squinted most of the time because they don't want to freak anyone out. So it's, like the other party members knew, like, instantly that Cricket's eyes were eyes, but it's, like, most of the time they look like this. And it's, like, they keep their eyes, like, half closed just so that it's, like, for the average person, it's, like, they don't think they have 10 eyes. One set of eyes with consistency, but 10, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, anything can be animated, but yeah, for profit animation, like, animation is a big reason why artists are taught to be really fast, because it's like you kind of have to draw a lot over and over. So beauty is animatable. You can animate anything, it's just, it's for, like, simplicity's sake and stuff. So interested in their nervous system, like Cricket's nervous system? I haven't thought about it too hard. Something something demons and shit. Oops. Imagine they have to rub their eyes because dirt got in. I mean, the way that they, like, they have to rub their eyes a lot because they cry a lot. Like, they've got a lot to cry about in the campaign, so they, like, just last session they cried. And then they also cried the session before that, and they cried the session before that. But, like, the way that they, like, have to rub their eyes is, like, they run a hand, like, up their horns. We can go with my theory that they have a bundle of optical nerves inside their horns. Yeah, it's like you can treat the horns as if they're, like cable organizers. Do they even have a brain? They do have a brain. That one is true. Thinking about the way the tears trickle from eye to eye is really funny to me. Yeah, it's like the, what do you call it? Like, you know those, like, little fountains? Like, the water features that somebody might have in their bedroom, like that. A little fake waterfall. Random bullshit go. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Cricket, I didn't think too hard about, like, the actual nervous system in anatomy, which is very not me, but I was like, the design's too cool, man. I'm like, I can't think about it. I'm like, I don't want to think too hard about it. Like, Lonnie, I thought super hard about how her body works and stuff, but I'm like, Cricket, I'm like, yeah. The big thing I thought about is, like, the tail positioning. That was, like, where I was thinking about it more. What happens if their horns snap off? What happens if you lose an eye? True, Cricket is a healer, but I don't know, that one requires, like, regeneration that we are not high enough level to have yet. Do any of Cricket's lower horns have eyes? No, they do not. The lower horns are just horns. I think a pink eye doesn't spread fast, probably. Any tips on art? Like, if, say someone wanted to study your style of art making, if you're studying my style, then you're studying other people's art styles as well. It's like the way that I draw is very, like, very comic-y. So it is like the approach that I have is very much like a comic artist's approach to a lot of things. One of my like my very first video ever kind of explains where my style came from. And realistically, a lot of my fundamentals, a lot of the things that I know by heart are based in realism. It's like every bit of knowledge that I have is based in... Like, every bit of knowledge on how to draw is based heavily on, like, a very classical, realistic approach to art. And then it's like I just know how to bend the rules as time has gone on. Notice how their hair is literally just a ball. If you want a more realistic depiction of what Cricket's hair is, they have a crown on the center of their head. It's a crown in the center here, and it goes down and back up. Like that. Like it's very much like it fluffs down and then comes back up. It's like the way that I draw it is very like stylistic and like bouncy and cartoony, but it's not quite like it's just like kind of like it's like this medium length kind of like, or not medium length, it's like this short length sort of wavy hair. What's the hair texture? It's like wavy, fluffy kind of. Hang on, let me pull out the painting, a couple paintings, because every time I paint Cricket I give them, yeah, here, you see? So it's like this kind of like poofy, like curly sort of like hair texture, but it's like it starts at this like crown and like curls upwards, kind of like that, and curls around the ears and horns and kind of like does that sort of texturing. This is one example. I have another one. We're almost there for AdSense monetization. One of the things that we have hit the goal for is super chats and like memberships, which I need to actually apply for soon. I meant to apply the other day and I forgot, but I need to do that. Here. Here. And then this is also another kind of example. It's like you can sort of see how the hair like curls a little bit inwards and downwards. It's like it starts at a point and then kind of poofs out from there, you know? What else do you need? Another 1,000 hours. Or not 1,000, it's like a few hundred hours of... It's another few hundred hours of watch time. Well, my favorite thing to draw, bodies. I love drawing bodies. We'll get to uploading next week! Next week we have another video. Do lives count? I believe so. Because eventually they turn into videos. Yeah, it seems like it counts. Watch all the VODs from start to finish. I love drawing bodies. Like, I'm a big, like, any body. Like, I love drawing bodies. Especially if I'm not super familiar with the body type, I love drawing them. Because it's just another fun challenge for me. big thing to understand, facial foreshortening is so complicated as well, just because like there are certain things that will just get covered up. It's like the nose will absolutely cover up the other eye. You won't be able to see the top of the head, so you can't see some of the hair, right? It's like it will get covered up completely, right? Like facial foreshortening can be so complicated. Because it goes against like a few different, it might go against a few different principles that you're used to. And it's like, it's not because like it's not you forgetting the principle, it's genuinely just like with this angle you won't be able to see it. Favorite animal? I've got a few. I really love fennec foxes, and I really love leafy sea dragons, and I really love tree hoppers, specifically the horseshoe tree hopper, and I really love centipedes, and I really love millipedes, and I really love sheep and goats and cows. I like farm animals. Many favorites. I have many creatures. There are many creatures on this planet that I enjoy. Herds of animals? Perhaps. Perhaps. 36K is crazy for a second video. It's true. Thank you all so much. And that is pretty nuts. How do you feel about feather mantises? I've never heard of a feather mantis. Let me take a look. I've heard of a few. It's a feather mantis. Look at this guy! Wow! Incredible! Yeah, I like him. What a silhouette! That's awesome. That's going in the right in the brain. Look at that guy! That's incredible. You ever seen the ghost mantis before? I really love the ghost mantis. Mantids are so good. I love the ghost mantis. I love the orchid. I love, I think it's the devil's leaf or devil's something mantis. It's very shaped bug. It is very shape. That is very shape. I love things that are very shape. Incredible. I love bugs. If you want like a Pokemon-ass bug, look up tree hoppers. If you don't like bugs, don't look up tree hoppers. But if you like bugs, look up tree hoppers. Tree hoppers are incredible. They're immaculate. Playing the hits of mantids, indeed. Feather mantis, very decrepit old man-esque, I think. I kind of see the feather mantis as almost like a sneaky sort of character. I feel like if you played a 𝘧𝘰𝘪𝘯 rogue, I would play as a feather mantis. Fun fact, Cricket was originally, my original thing that I wanted for this campaign, I had asked my DM if I could play a 𝘧𝘰𝘪𝘯, which is a bug person, and my DM was like, no. So Cricket became a tiefling. Tree hoppers are a good time! Have a good dinner! Fun fact, Cricket is also my shortest character. It's like, Lonnie is 6 foot. Neptune is 5'4", Corn is 5'2", Cricket is 5 foot flat. So Neptune is actually taller than Cricket. I wanted to make Cricket really short. For no particular reason, I thought it would just be really funny. Hell ants? I've never heard of a hell ant. What the helly? Oh, these are extinct. They're not real. Or I guess they're real, but they're not around anymore. Horrible. That's horrid. I love it. What a horrible silhouette. I love this guy. Hey! Listen. I am not that short. Okay. Can cricket bleat? They look like they could. I mean, they can if you ask them to, but it's not like an, oh, you're a goat, so you're gonna bleat kind of thing. It's like how we can bleat, too, you know? Bah! Right? It's like you can do that if you want. But, like, it's not like it's a thing. Cricket isn't actually a goat. Cricket is a tiefling, so like a demon person. I love tailless whip scorpions. Me when I fucking get you, bro. I did learn what a Tasmanian tiger was. I had no clue what that thing was. Yeah, but you can't go like that. I think everybody can do that, you know? Meh. You know what I mean? Bah. Bah. You know? Can you do the Minecraft one? The fucking like brr, brr. You know? Bah. Bah. Maybe you're just talented with goat sounds, maybe. I am kind of a parrot. Like, I have... When I used to do vocals, I was told by my vocal instructor that I did have perfect pitch. So I'm like, I can mimic sounds very, very, very easily. You're gifted, Mayhaps. I did pass the test. Back in 3rd grade. Are we all bang now? Bah. Everybody bleat like a sheep right now. Everybody make your best sheep noise right now. How do you know if you have perfect pitch? I don't know. I had a music teacher tell me. Because I was able to just, like, mimic sounds. It was also a thing where it was, like, over time, it would be like, oh, it's like, what note is this? It's like, I had trained perfect pitch after a certain point, too, where it was like, oh, it's like, sing a C note. And I'd be able to sing C, you know? I can hear all of you bleating like sheep, and I appreciate it. Welcome to the herd. Everybody, we are now herd together. Bah. Can you name the pitch and frequency in octave? No. I might be able to name the octave. not the pitch or the frequency, though. Well, maybe the pitch. Because that's just a note. I do not bleat. Do you bah? Meh. But yeah, it's a thing where it's like people with perfect pitch can like just mimic sounds really well. Oh, the bobbit worm. Did you know that the ghost Leviathan from Subnautica is based on the bobbit worm? Now you do. Neptune is difficult to draw in perspective just because she's so stylized. So it's like her facial features can be like kind of difficult to handle. It's like she's less, like the way that I draw her is less realistic than my other characters. She's much more simple. No. POV animation programs and like crashing. Animation programs, 3D modeling programs. There have been several nights where my brother who is in game design right now, who when he'll like come into my room and like be so upset because his fucking like his like ZBrush file has crashed or something. I feel like it'd be cool if Cricket could morph into a goat and bleat if someone asked him to. I don't know, they're the child of a demon, and their mother has a goat form. You know what, though? I told my DM, I said to him, I was like, hey, And, like, I think it would be kind of cool if over time Cricket gained traits of their mother. Don't tell me what, and don't tell me when. I just think it would be cool. And he was like, okay. So, Cricket's second form is not off the table, is what I'm saying. I don't know what the powers are gonna be. At current, my most recent guess for one of them is Cricket's gonna end up with hair like their mother, where Sunny has, like, in several forms, Sunny has, like, hair that moves and is, like, prehensile and, like, can, like, shift and turn, because it was, like, Cricket heading back to the city after having a conversation with their mother. Like, their hair was, like, moving around, but there was no wind. And I was like, very interesting. Yeah, one of their forms has, like... how many forms has, like, the tentacle hair? That's... like... two, technically three of them. I'm like, I had to think for a second. I'm like, I can't pull the file out. Two, technically three. I love that Sunny is your favorite character, despite me not really talking about Sunny much. Subtle foreshadowing. No, truly! It's the program's fault. I think my computer heats so much it can burn my hand with a browser that has 2 tabs open. Oh dear. Perhaps it's time for a new PC. Broke real. Well, you know what? I can't help you. I'm sorry. Enjoy Ultra Dreams in any and all media that I consume and create. I see. Yeah, because it's funny, I haven't really spoken about Sunny. I kind of mentioned that they existed, and you're like, oh, my favorite. Like, I didn't say a damn thing about them, really. You don't need to animate. You could just doodle them. Hair looks like Lapis from Steven Universe. I have never seen a single episode. Nope, I've seen one episode of Steven Universe. Committed? Okay, fair enough. Just don't hurt yourself. Don't make it too stressful. No way I'm doing a tie down. Well, I don't know what that is, so I wouldn't expect you to have one anyway. Better if you don't talk about them, because the bit is funnier and the mystery around them is cool. Yeah, I haven't spoken about them a lot on table either. It's like they're different from like the original Sunny that I made back in like 2021. So it's like I don't want to talk about them too much. Just because they are different than what the other players know. Like, not even on the table, the only 2 characters that have actually seen Sunny are 𝘴𝘰𝘪𝘯 and Vesper. Like, nobody, like, obviously Cricket as well, but like of the other players, like the only 2 that have actually seen Sunny are 𝘴𝘰𝘪𝘯 and Vesper. And 𝘴𝘰𝘪𝑛's the only one who's out of conversation. Like a pass where you clean it up a bit and get everything back on model, but not as clean as liner would be. Okay. Yeah, I'm not an animator. Animation is not my thing. I'm trying to think of like how. Love-hate with animation, committed loving with concept art, real. I love concepting. It's so fun. Difficult market to breach, though. This is fire. Thank you. Yeah, I might leave this one, like, extra simple. I'm probably gonna call it in a few minutes. Imagine Sunny hanging around in the background like that analog horror screenshot of the T-Rex. They would normally, but not in this city. They're not allowed in this city. They can't enter for some reason. Have a good night. Thank you for joining in. So like right here, this is a tangent. I can just really quickly do that. You can like pretend it was never there. And Takan just like never wears shirts, so that's that's like the whole thing with him, is he just doesn't wear shirts. I remember we talked about that in character once, like it was like during a session, or it was like I don't even remember how it was brought up, but somebody was like somebody had said something about shirts, and Takan was like, I do not wear shirts. And another character, my best friend's character, actually, Dusk, looks at Cricket and goes, yeah, I bet you like that, huh? That was a good one. That made me laugh above the table, but as Cricket, I had to be annoyed. Like, I had to be like, stop it, stop it, stop it. So funny, though. Oh, the eye level bit was so funny. So, to summarize, who is in this party? Right. We have Takan, who is a Goliath. We have Cricket, who is a Tiefling. We have Dusk, who is a Changeling. We have Vesper, who is an Azamar. We have Barnaby, who is an Etherean, and we have Shifra, who is a halfling. It's Cryo's character, Cryo Lane in chat. And there was a conversation that we had with an NPC where, like, it was Glyn, and, like, they, I don't remember how it was brought up, but it was like, yeah, you're, like, they said to Khan, it's like, your nipples are kind of just out all the time. And Takan is like, why are you looking at them? And then Glenn is like, well, you don't wear a shirt. And you're like taller than all of us, so it's like you were kind of all eye level with, you know, your nipples. And 𝘰𝘪 goes, I don't want to talk about what we're eye level with. Let's not talk about what we're eye level with on Ticon. Which, halflings, for those who don't know, halflings are like short. Like 𝘰𝘪 is almost 4 feet. Let's not talk about what we're eye level with on Ticon. It was so funny, dude. It was so funny. Oh my god. That was a good time. Hilarious. Oh, it was a conversation about shirts. Well, that makes sense. That's like I brought up. Ah, I see. It was hilarious. Dude, it was so funny. Alright, friends. We're getting close to 6 o'clock. Let her looking at the baby. Oh no. Alright, friends. We're gonna call that one here. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Hey, this file, I usually, when we do lessons like this, I usually upload the files afterwards on the Discord, exclamation point Discord, if you want to see the JPEGs for this stream, and I will have them up there, and you can go take a look, and you can get a little more of a close-up if you would like to see both this and the initial demo that I did. Next week, just letting you know, so Wednesday is going to be a birthday stream. We're going to do something fun. We're going to do something special together, for my early birthday stream on Wednesday. I might make it on cam if I'm feeling up to it, but we're going to do that. No stream on Saturday because that is my actual birthday. I will just not be available. But there will also be a video coming out on Wednesday, so you can look out for that. So it's not like it's not like this week where there was literally only the streams. Next week you'll be getting a stream and a video. So be on the lookout for that. Oh, and then also keep a lookout for the submission section, because we are going to be doing a critique stream pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that. We'll be posting it both in the channel community member section and on the Discord as well, and that submission period will probably be a week or two, so feel free to just submit artwork that I will critique for an entire stream. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me today, and I will see you all next week. Au revoir, bye bye.